Guys, what's going on? What is going on? Guys, it's good to have all you guys here, man, right? One second, guys. Hold on. Hey, guys, I'm gonna drop the link for in the Discord first. So we'll do the first like 35 minutes for Discord members only. So guys, make sure to join the Discord. I'd appreciate that. Guys, we have some news to talk about today. Right, guys? Because, of course, we have the best news network on planet Earth, guys. And hold on, guys. Hold on. Let's do this here. Let me share my screen here. All right, guys. All these knuckleheaded broads are getting plastic surgery more and more. Right? They're going to all to the DR, to Turkey, right? And all it is let's see. Michael, what's up, dude? Oh, hold on. Let me close some of these windows here. I have. Hold on, guys. Give me a second here. Hold on. I was doing a bunch of stuff earlier. Hold on. No. Yes. 1 second, guys. Oops. Okay. There we are. Aha. Okay. Michael, what's up, dude? Tara, what's up, man? Red Door, what's going on, my friend? Rajai, what's going on? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Battle Chair, what's up, man? Tim Hicks is here. Chris Mike, what's up, man? Over in New York City. This stuff's made in New York City. Hey guys, make sure to hit the like button on the way in, and guys, hit the join button to become a member. Guys, I appreciate all you guys that are members already, man. Thanks so much for that. Let me see. 8-Bit Dragon, what's up, man? Good to see you, man. Long time, right? Good to see you. DTM, what's up, man? 8-Bit Bangers here. Damn, everyone's here. What's up, guys? Good to see all you guys, man. Good to see you all. 8-Bit, what's up, man? Good to see you. Joshua, what's up, man? J Prez, how's it going? Now, guys, this plastic surgery is some foolishness, man. Look at this, guys. Right here, let's start from the beginning. That I did find some stuff in the UK that's absolute clown world. Guys, let me know in the chat. There's no cosmetic surgery that I would ever get. And guys, without my contacts or glasses, I'm blind as a bat. I still wouldn't even get corrective eye surgery. Nope, no way, man. The only thing that I would do if I could fix, guys, I have flat feet. You know what I'm saying? Maybe like if there was a surgery to actually fix flat feet, fix it permanently, I might do it, you know? But other than that, guys, man, just work with what you got, you know? So, guys, as sad as it is to see chicks get surgery, guys, there's dudes who get calf implants, right? Hold on. calf implants,
Beta,
pec implants,
beta,
ab sculpting.
beta male.
Are you serious, dude? Get in the gym. You know what I'm saying? What are you doing? So, guys, all right, let's go on a journey here, right? Because, guys, we got a lot of these surgeries that we're going to talk about. And, guys, anyone who wants to call in, guys, go to the Discord first, guys, because we'll do the first, like, 25, 30, 35 minutes in the Discord, and then we will open this up. And, guys, remember, the second half of this stream is Courtroom Madness, guys. So we were going to talk about guys getting cooked in the courtroom, all right? So, guys, that's why we do Courtroom Madness at the end. It says there's still these blue-pilled knuckleheads that think that men don't get boned in court. So, what? Vince Murray said he's seen a guy getting chest implants? What?
Beta male.
Are you serious? Oh, dude. Well, Michael, Jasmine Crockett, that broad, it's so funny because her whole act is a joke. She went to some private school and all this other stuff. She was raised like decently proper. And then when she got elected now, all you see out of her is
streets. I'm a bitch from the streets. I get that money. I get that money. Bitch, give me what you got.
Henry, what's up, dude? What's going on, man? All right, guys, let's get into this.
Right now, a family seeking answers after their loved one dies just days after undergoing cosmetic surgery in Boca Raton.
They and the surgeon are speaking out tonight. Jeff Skripek is here with what they're saying. Jeff?
Well, Michael and Kelly, just 2 days after getting cosmetic work done, Adriana De Silva slipped into a coma, never to wake again.
Look at that.
The family has now hired lawyers who are investigating what they call an untimely passing.
Guys, yo, I don't think that surgeon was a miracle worker, right? You're gonna need some Voldemort level magic to fix this. And I know, this is going to be some of you guys. Well, AJ, but she died. You shouldn't say anything.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
How about that?
An untimely passing. This is Adriana De Silva, just moments after getting a tummy tuck, neck liposuction, and breast augmentation
Look at that.
the Boca Raton Surgery Center. But the 39-year-old would never get a chance to see her new look.
It's been hard. She's gone. She took like a part of me.
A day after her surgery, De Silva wasn't feeling well. She was checked out by a doctor and was told she was fine. The next day, De Silva then had a stroke and slipped into a coma.
Damn.
She later died, leaving behind her 2 small children.
It was something she wanted to do. It was a present that she was going to give herself.
And guys, yeah, 8-bit. She said it. Yeah. A treadmill, some squats, some deadlifts, right? But they do it the lazy way. Absolutely insane.
For her birthday and for Mother's Day.
Now, the family has hired a team of lawyers who called De Silva's death suspicious. They're investigating why they say a healthy woman died so quickly after going under the knife.
Florida has become sort of the wild.
Healthy?
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run on muck.
Braun is built like a linebacker. Oh boy, hey, no, 8-bit baby said healthy. Now, guys, okay, so we're gonna have let's do 10 super chats or or 2 memberships or 120 likes, guys, and we will go to 304 TikTok, okay? So let's do that. Hold on, guys. Let me do this. Let's do the goal here. There we go. 1 second. Okay, there we are. Okay.
Wild west of cosmetic procedures. And if we don't do something about it,
Guys, thanks for all you guys that are members, man. You know, to think that I started memberships like less than a month ago and I have this many is pretty crazy. So thanks, guys.
more people are going to continue to lose their lives.
We reached out to the surgeon, Dr. Daniel M. Zeichner. He told us over the phone, "I feel absolutely horrible for the family. It's gotten to me." He also said she had an unfortunate incident. It can happen. It can happen for anyone. Zeichner then said the investigation is now in the hands of the medical examiner.
It's just like shocking that it had to be right then. Where I
Guys, maybe like Neon said, maybe she was ringing the bells in Notre Dame and the bell hit her in the head and she had a stroke.
wasn't there to like hold her hand and be there for the last few seconds.
Now, the doctor who performed the surgery says he has a clean.
Here we go.
A Miami realtor died after traveling to Colombia for a weight loss surgery.
NBC6 investigator Miriam Masihi found the medical credentials of the doctor that performed the surgery were already under investigation.
Look at that, guys. Look at that. So homeboy probably got his credentials from Senor Juan's surgery school. You know what I'm saying?
Dilay Escalante took care of her large family when she helped them move from Venezuela to Miami.
I started to study because of her.
Looking to better their lives, Dilay went into the real estate business with Taina Shepard, NBC6's Willard Shepard's wife.
Dilay was my business partner, my best friend, my sister.
She had some work done too, man. You know? And guys, that's just the thing about a lot of these brown chicks, man. A lot of times brown sticks around, but when it doesn't, dude. That's like, how many times have you guys actually seen black crack? Yikes. He said Guantanamo Bay University. Yo. That's hilarious, man. That is hilarious, man. Man, oh man. TJ, what's up, dude? And then Steve with the $5, man. Appreciate that, man. Thanks for that. Appreciate that a lot, man. Uh-oh. Where are we?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I want my medication and I want my croutons, please.
They're from Life.
Taina says despite Dilay's beauty, the
Hey, Clayton. As bad as it is for them going to Colombia, there are chicks who will go to Turkey. You're gonna go to Turkey to get friggin' surgery? Are you dumb?
Some people are really fucking stupid.
Are you guys? I can habla some Espanol, but Turkish? I don't think so. And this chick went down to Colombia. Guys.
I told you don't touch my teeth. Why did you have to touch my teeth?
46-year-old realtor wanted to change. So she traveled April 20th to.
It looks like she already had some work done. You know what I mean? Because those guys, these are not real. You know?
Colombia to undergo gastric bypass surgery at the hands of Dr. Carlos Sales Puccini, who had performed the same surgery on her in 2015. Dilay's mother and aunt.
Wait. So she had gastric bypass once before, and then she went to go do it again? What? Dante, what's up, dude?
went with her.
She looks like she had some work done too.
She left the consultation reassured by the doctor that she would be fine in 3 days, her aunt says. Medical records show Delay was admitted to the Reina Catalina Clinic in Barranquilla on April 21st. She went into the OR at 3 p.m. in good condition, got a gastric sleeve, and was released the same day.
I spoke with them after, and I expressed my concern that Delay was not left, not even 24 hours.
The thing is, she's not a bad looking woman. She's in her 50s, I think. Whatever. If she had just let herself age naturally and be in better shape, you know what I'm saying? Right?
In observation, she always was vomiting since she left the operation.
No, this chick. No, this chick. She looks like someone took a weed whacker to her face. You know what I'm saying? You can tell, guys, she's had a lot of work done.
Room.
Her family says because she kept complaining of the pain and couldn't.
DTM, how's it going? Blackest Night, what's going on? Who else do we have here? Yeah, Bonnie, what's up, man?
And keep fluids down. The doctor had her come to his office 3 days in a row.
Oh, guys. Okay. The reasons why you don't date chicks who want to get surgery. Reason number one, guys in the chat, who do you think they expect is going to pay for the surgery?
Oh, man.
Exactly. Yep. If you were some insecure chick or some chick that's had a bunch of work, you were going to, guys, it's bad enough that you're going to buy like an engagement ring for a chick or pay her student loans or whatever. The dumbest thing that you can do is buy a chick fake boobs. Then she's walking around freaking getting pearl necklaces from freaking Nug Nug on the freaking titties you bought. How stupid can you be? That has to be the biggest L that you can take. You know what I mean? Come on, man.
Yeah, it's like they say, if your wife ever comes to you wanting a boob job, that means that she's already cheating on you.
Yep. All she's giving is freaking Nug Nug a bigger target. That's all she's doing. You know what I mean? So, hey guys, we're gonna get into the UK thing. Colin, remind me about the UK surgery, because guys, the UK right now, they have girls that are 20, 22 through this surgery, and they look like they're in their 40s and 50s and 60s. I'm not lying. And the type of surgery that these girls are getting, the face fillers, they look terrible. And guys, you know what? UK chicks don't look that good in the first place. You know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you know what? Colin, here, cook with me here. Pump the brakes. Where did this myth come that French chicks are hot?
I don't know, man.
French chicks are they got friggin' hairy armpits. They smell. You know what I'm saying? They're all skinny and weird looking. You know what I mean? Like, what's that about? I have to say it's probably a tie between the UK and France as far as like some of the chicks on earth. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think the thing with French girls, well, I don't know if it's still like this, but it used to be that the French broads were known for taking it in the poopers, you know?
Yeah, but you can just smash Mormon broads to do that. You know what I'm saying? Mormon broads are half or friggin' go to like super duper Catholic spots. You know what I'm saying? Guys, I got to do a thing on the Discord because guys, put a 1 if you're Catholic. I'm not. Colin, you aren't either, right? I don't think you are.
No.
Okay, so guys, you see that the two, like the final 2 people to be pope is like a black dude and a Filipino guy, I think. Maybe.
Okay.
And I went down this rabbit hole on Twitter, basically saying that there will never be a black pope. And all the memes, dude. I'm sorry. You know what, guys? Some racism is funny. I'm sorry. I am black. You know what? I'm gonna get out the race card. You know. But guys, come on. Do you guys actually think there's gonna be a black pope? Guys, I had to laugh. Because some of the stuff was just messed up. But you know what though? It's funny at the same time, you know? So, anyways, Overlord, what's up, man? He said, "Why not a woman of color pope?" I know, have friggin' Oprah in there at this rate, right?
Row for endoscopic dilations, procedures that stretch parts of the esophagus. Taina spoke with her before the last one.
Look at these rods. More cuts than a Thanksgiving turkey, man.
Was very scared of the procedure and that she was hoping that time it was going to work.
But that didn't stop the pain. And Thursday, April 28th at 5 a.m., Delay left the doctor's assistant a message saying she didn't have the strength to go get an x-ray he ordered.
Disculpa la hora. Yo tengo mucho dolor. Necesito que el doctor me mande algo donde yo lo pueda ingresar en la vía para que yo pueda caminar y así no puedo hacerme nada. Yo me puedo desmayar en la calle.
They say 3 hours later, Dr. Sales Puccine got to the apartment and saw her in such bad condition. He said he was heading to the clinic to prepare the OR.
He didn't call an ambulance. He left. Meet me at the hospital.
A family friend says he began driving her to the clinic the doctor ordered, but Delay was fading quickly, so he took her to a nearby hospital where she was pronounced dead. In a WhatsApp chat, the doctor told me there are no doubts about the operation, that because it was a bariatric reintervention, the stomach was narrow and endoscopic dilation was performed, and it evolved well, he said, adding that Delay did not undergo the x-ray he requested. Delay's aunt immediately...
Here's the thing. What does this matter? He's in Colombia. You know what I'm saying? What are you going to do, sue him? He's in a different country. You know? Look at that.
Went to file a complaint with local prosecutors.
And that's when they learned that he has 11 complaints in the state attorney office.
We found that in 2021, the Colombian Supreme Court ordered Dr. Sales Puccine pay the family of one of his patients close to $500,000 after the man died following a bariatric surgery that the court said was not endorsed by the medical community. It happened at a different clinic.
What?
And although the sign on his door says he's a plastic surgeon, those credentials are being questioned by the local prosecutor's office that has charged him with lying to the Ministry of Education about his studies.
Look at that. So dude was probably unloading your trucks in Cartagena and was like, you know what? Screw this job. I'm going to watch some YouTube videos and call myself a surgeon, you know? Come on, man.
Right now, a family...
Get any money here? All right, hold on. Let's see.
I never told her goodbye because I was hoping she was coming back.
It was supposed to be just cosmetic surgery, and now...
Did we see this one? No, we didn't, right?
Family is in mourning. In a story you'll see only on 2 News, a vice president of the Bank of Oklahoma suddenly dies 2 days after going into surgery for a tummy tuck. News reporter Liz Bryant reveals what happened. Liz?
Well, Karen, first I want to say that we are not naming this plastic surgeon just yet for legal reasons because nothing is proven yet. I asked him for an interview tonight.
Guys, this is a chick that's like right at, she's like a year and a half, like slammed into the wall. You know what I'm saying? So you can tell that she started tanning more. She's tried to be a little more of a blonde. And when she talks, that turkey neck is it's poking out just a little bit. Watch.
I called him on the phone. He said, I am aware of this case, but I cannot discuss any specifics. My hands are just tied due to healthcare laws.
Yeah.
Her phone still buzzes on the coffee table. Purse sits beside the fireplace. Wedding day picture on the piano.
I expect her to be here. Pulling up. What am I pulling up?
But here's the thing, guys. This guy, yes, he's a simp and he's a beta, but here's the thing, guys. you can't tell these women anything. This guy's probably like, oh, baby, you look just fine, just how you are. You don't need no surgery. You look good, baby. You look good. You know, she didn't listen, right? And then, of course, when he was like, I don't think you need surgery, she said, how dare you? You don't support my dreams. You don't want me to better myself. You're so selfish, right? Because they always do that. And now you're going to, guys, all the dumb ways to die, right? All the stupid ways to pass from this mortal coil. You're going to let this happen? Guys, I'm going to drop the link for anyone who's coming up, guys. Guys, hit the like button. I'd appreciate that. Let me see. And then, guys, yeah, hit the like button. 1 second. Oops. There you go. All right.
But Bill Durker will never stand beside his wife again. Leona died suddenly from this medical term, necrotizing fasciitis, a rapidly progressing infection that destroys every bit of tissue, including your skin and your fat.
Damn.
It's only 2 days after the 49-year-old went in for a tummy tuck.
She was just in tears from the pain and just pleading for me to do something about the pain.
Bill snapped this photo of his wife, way too graphic to show you without blurring. Everything from below her belt line is purple with pockets of blood. Ugh. Bill drove Leona to the emergency room where doctors removed all her tissue down to the muscle.
Absolutely the best woman I've ever met and ever will meet. And the best thing for me ever. I never had that love before. And for some reason, she thought the same thing of me.
A mother and grandmother. Ultimately, he took his wife off life support after doctors said bacteria spread all the way up to her brain and her lungs.
Look at that, guys.
Now,
and that's the thing. No one could have told her anything, because once these chicks hyperfixate on this stuff, you can't tell them anything. It doesn't matter how much money they spend or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
They're not going to listen to you. Guys, put a 1 if you agree that a lot of these chicks, it's the hard way or no way. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way that they learn.
He won't take off his wedding ring.
Like I said, I keep expecting her to come back home. So if I take it off, that means that it's over.
Damn.
There, her phone beeps again.
Yes. Yes.
Look at that, guys.
And Bill waits to bury his wife on Saturday. He requests
cooked, right? Cooked. Oh. One. Let's go back.
I never told her.
Go fast. Look at this, guys.
She went in for a routine cosmetic surgery, but a Thornton teenager suffered irreversible brain damage during the procedure. Her family's heartbroken, and they want answers. They first told their story to CBS.
Okay. How did she walk into the clinic and have to go out on one of those Stephen Hawking's chairs? Guys, this is how you know men and women are different, because we think this is funny. Brian Tucker, what's up, dude? Pocket Lint, what's going on, my friend?
CBS4 investigator Brian Moss. Brian, this poor family.
Yeah, Emlyn Nguyen went into cardiac arrest twice during this procedure, according to her family and the attorney involved in this.
Whoa.
But they say the doctor in his office waited nearly 6 hours before calling 911.
Brian, my ass. Yeah, Clayton. Anesthesia is dangerous, guys. So I think I told the story. So I blew my knee out like 3 years ago, right? And guys, that was the scariest thing of the whole thing, right? What wasn't the fact that I couldn't use my leg, is, you know, man, going under, because you might not wake up, you know? No thanks, man. I try and avoid surgery at all costs.
For help.
Oh, no!
This is how Emmeline Nguyen's family remembers her. Active, independent, smiling. But that's not her life now. Now hospitalized in a minimally conscious state, unable to talk, eat, or move.
It's really hard to see her like this from...
Because she's not a bad looking girl. Is this her mom? Right? Her mom's not bad looking either. What surgery could she have gone in for?
Perfectly healthy, really active, to being like this.
Her mother, Lynn, visits every day.
We're all right here for you. We all love you so much, okay? So just hang in there. Stay strong.
In August, the 18-year-old, who had always been self-conscious about her body, went to this office-based surgical center in Greenwood Village for a $6,000 breast augmentation.
So she went to get a boob job. Look at that. Why?
And she's only a teenager?
Yeah.
What?
I don't understand. Hey, look, mom, mom can get it, I'm just saying, I'm just saying, so.
To us, it felt safe. We didn't think that anything like this was going to happen to our daughter.
But according to this newly filed lawsuit, after being given anesthesia, Emmeline was left unattended for 15 minutes before a nurse noticed she was turning blue. Her family says medical records show she had suffered cardiac arrest.
She wasn't neglected.
Yeah, Clayton's dropping truth bombs. Most of the time, when people are deleted on operating table, it's the anesthesiologist. Facts. That is absolute facts, guys. That's why anesthesiologists, I think, start out at like 300,000 or 400,000 a year. You know what I'm saying? Because look, guys, but guys, being a mother is the hardest job on planet Earth. Really? How about being an anesthesiologist where you have people's lives in your hands? How about being a freaking underwater welder where you make a mistake, you're plummeting to the ocean depths. You know what I'm saying? Water Starvers, what's up, dude? Steve2590, what's up, man? Who did I miss? Richard Brown, what's up, dude? Medical, what's up, man?
That's why this happened. If someone was there to watch.
Yeah. The last name is Nguyen, so they're Vietnamese.
This whole time, it wouldn't never happen.
Her family says personnel at the doctor's office performed CPR, but she suffered a second cardiac arrest.
Damn.
In their lawsuit, Emmeline's family says it would still be hours before the nurse anesthetist, Rex Meeker, called for help.
She's not conscious. What's the name of the practice, sir? What's the name of the practice?
When an entire team of healthcare providers realizes that she's in cardiac arrest, and they perform CPR on her, then they don't call 911 for 5.5 hours. That is unconscionable.
Emmeline's family says they have not yet received an explanation yet from the doctor who performed the procedure, Jeffrey Kim, or from...
Is that you know how there's black on black crime? Is that yellow on yellow crime? Guys, come on. Okay, come on, guys. Come on, right? Come on, guys. Yeah, you guys, we're all friends here, right, guys?
Well, amongst the Asian countries, the Koreans are, the Koreans are the most racist and
no, the Japanese haven't beat.
You think so?
Well,
okay.
All right. Koreans are racist, but Japanese are xenophobic.
Yeah, okay. But regardless, one way or another,
because they've been being conquered since 1897. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah. But in one way or another, though, the Koreans, they hate everybody. So maybe this guy, Kim, obviously he's Korean. I mean, he looks Korean.
Yeah.
And, he saw Vietnamese. He's like, well, I don't know.
What's crazy is the differences between Southeast Asians and Islanders and then, like, all the rest of the Asians. You know what I'm saying? Guys, Laotians, Cambodians, those are some hood dudes, man. And what Colin, you're in Washington State. I think about all the Vietnamese gangbangers and Cambodian gangbangers in Seattle and Olympia, Tacoma. You know what I'm saying? So there's like people think that all Asians are like good and good at school and all that. Not the Vietnamese or the Cambodians, man. Straight up, they're sitting there freaking you know, they're all the kids in my hometown were either break dancers or they were gangbanging. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. So
Meeker. State records show both Kim and Meeker have no disciplinary actions. But we did find Meeker was sued 10 years ago after another woman ended up suffering cardiac arrest and brain damage during her breast augmentation procedure. He was the nurse anesthetist in that case, too. The family of Emmeline Nguyen.
Guys, here's the thing. The reason why we're both pointing and laughing at this is because they chose this. It's not like this. They got surgery for cancer. You know what I mean, or anything else. They chose to have elective surgery. Why? Why?
Yeah.
Hold on.
This is Emmeline Nguyen today as a result of what happened.
Hold on, guys. There's one more.
She went in for.
No. Here you go. Look at this.
When I look in the mirror, I don't even recognize myself.
Crystal Touch no longer sees herself the same way. From her left eye,
I could actually feel it dying.
she no longer sees.
Look at that, guys. Look at that. Guys, you can't mess with my eyes, man. Guys, how many times have you seen these 304s do the eye color changing surgery, right? Come on, man. No way. This one OF chick, it went wrong, and now she's legally blind. Did you guys ever see that one? Blinded by eye color surgery. Let's see if I can find it.
Changing the color of their eyes through surgery. One woman did it and says that she was temporarily blinded. Action News Jack's Elizabeth Pace has her warning about the risks that come with vanity.
All four of them said that I probably won't see again in my left eye.
This young woman from California had an iris implant, which permanently changes the color of your eye.
Ugh.
She asked to remain anonymous and that we not
Why?
show her full face on camera. She said she had surgery to change her brown.
Hey, blonde, you can get it, man. You know what I'm saying? Right there, you know? The chick doing the interview.
She's like all these babes. You get their pilot lit, they can suck start a leaf blower.
You're gonna get your eye color changed?
You stupid woman. Eyes green, but came out like this.
Ah! Whoa, guys, look at that. Look at that, guys. Guys, come on. Come on. Look at that. How stupid can someone be? Look at that.
After her first surgery, she says one eye was blurry and then it progressively got worse. To at one point, she says this is how her vision was in that eye. She had trouble writing and even seeing her own hand in front of her.
So I was just told by surgeons that nothing could be done, that I would lose the eyesight, and it was the cornea transplant that they could perform. So I researched doctors and then heard of Gulani.
This is video of the surgery with Dr. Gulani.
First things, man. What's up? Over in India, buddy. What's up, man? Totally awesome. What's going on, my friend?
On Thursday.
Guys, make sure to hit the like button. I'd appreciate that. We have 107 people. We have 67 likes. Guys, hit the like button, please.
Months of agony, she says, fixed in 5 minutes.
Right then the patient is crying that she can see. So it's like unveiling something, even though it was difficult to comprehend preoperatively how fast we could do it.
Dr. Gulani tells me this cosmetic eye color changing procedure is more common than you think, but it comes with risks.
Numerous patients who underwent this technique and technology without FDA approval have gone with bad vision and have been blinded in many cases.
These are the California woman's results. The top picture is before, and the bottom is after the procedure.
It was very stressful until I got
Blinded by the light. Like a deuce under the runner in the night. Oh no, look at that. Dude, hold on. There was another girl. She was an OF chick. The Daily Mail, that's not copyright, is it? Look at this. Yeah, this is this OF chick. Look at that. Ugh. Implants in your eyes, bro. Yuck. Yeah, she's an OF chick. And now she's blind. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Look at that, man. Cooked, man. Cooked. Look at that, guys. What an absolute dunderhead, right, guys? Right?
Some people are really fucking stupid.
How dumb can you be?
I guess
Guys, to risk your eyesight? Are you high? Like,
Well,
what
I-
are you talking about?
Well, I guess it's really eye-opening, you know?
I see what you did there. I see what you did. Look at
Hey, just trying to be like Snowboard, you know?
I know,
Come on.
right?
Come
right.
on.
Guys, let me see. So I did drop a link for anyone who's come on up. So guys, don't be shy. Here we go.
Evita was 29, a beautiful young woman from Queensland. But despite her stunning good looks, she felt insecure about her body. So last year, Evita decided to have cosmetic surgery, a relatively minor procedure. And like thousands of other Aussies, she went overseas, where it was a lot cheaper. But Evita had no...
Did she go to Turkey? Where did she go? Guys, how are you gonna clip coupons for surgery, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How are you
Yeah.
gonna get freaking use your freaking Costco card for surgery? What are you doing?
You stupid woman! No idea her foreign doctor had an atrocious record of botched operations and suspicious deaths. Tragically, she would become his next victim.
Damn.
Denham Hitchcock has our special investigation.
Oh, he went to Mexico.
Alone anymore. She was the closest person I had to me.
They grew up in Queensland, two girls soaking up the Gold Coast sun. You must have been a very proud mum.
Yes, I was. When Evita was born, Andrea treated her like a doll, and she loved her.
But apparently not. Because
Mexicali, 3 hours
why
drive.
did she go get surgery?
It's taking Australians who travel overseas for surgery every year. Evita went for an operation called a Brazilian butt lift.
There you go, guys. Right there. We knew it was going to be a BBL, right? Right, guys? Of course.
Yeah.
Guys, the BBL is supposed to be one of the safest surgeries there are, right? But because they're so popular now, all these unlicensed people are trying to do them, and even real surgeons are cutting corners, you know? So it's become so dangerous.
It involves taking fat from the midsection using liposuction and moving it to the rear. The surgeon is Dr. Victor Ramirez. On the surface,
Guy, would you let this guy cut into you, dude? No way, dude. No way.
well regarded, even promoted in a government brochure on medical tourism.
The brochures are glossy. The websites, the clinics look professional. It's half the cost. It looks good, And it sounds good.
Everything sounds good except the little traps. So it's one of those things. Everything goes well, perfect. Everyone's happy. When things go bad, Russian roulette. Hi, Sky.
Dr. Kurosh Tavakoli is the man to see when that luck runs out. He's a plastic surgeon in Sydney, and almost 1 in every 3 of his clients is there to fix a botched operation.
Damn, look at that, guys. Look at that. So, Colin, this would be like you having a shop right down the way from a crappy mechanic, right? So you're the guy that fixes that one mechanic's mistakes, you know?
Yeah,
like every third car leaves there, breaks down, so you have a tow truck to tow them back to your shop. Look at that.
The majority from overseas.
Show me the double bubble, Sky. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah.
God,
That's quite significant, yeah.
Look at all the work this chick has had done. You know what I'm saying? Look at
This
her face.
direction, the right breast.
That's 3-4 hours of reconstruction.
Look at her face, guys.
Hi, Sky. We're loving watching you on TV. Everybody loves you.
You might remember Sky Wheatley from Big Brother.
See, guys, this is
These
how
days,
this how these English and Australian chicks, they're getting this surgery and they look so old. You know what I'm saying?
Income is mostly from social media. Sky's operation was done in Thailand, Australia's #1 destination for cosmetic surgery.
Why Thailand?
Why Thailand?
Because it was cheap and I'm a moron.
Because it was the cheapest and
See? Guys, chicks like this, guys.
fuck you. And I wanted it done right away. I think I rushed into it. So much regret. So much regret.
Guys, ugh. This chick is in her like mid-20s, guys. You know?
What? No.
Yeah, guys, hold on. Look at this. What was it? Here. What was the Island surgery? Here we go.
Guess if they're natural or not, and then say what you think they come back.
Okay.
Okay, so the first girl is Jess.
She's
35. Here we go.
Guess their age.
Okay.
Guess
So he's
their
gonna say
age.
Okay.
Guess if they're natural or not,
guess their age and guess if they're natural or not, okay? Watch.
and then say what you think they come back.
Okay.
Okay, so the first girl is Jess.
Okay. How old do you guys think she is?
I would say like mid to late 30s.
Where? Yeah. Guys, let me know on the chat. And guys, hit the StreamYard link for anyone who wants to come on up, man. You know what I'm saying? You guys know that you've all dealt with some knucklehead who's had some of this surgery done. So, look.
She's 38, lips, nose. Yeah, so obviously she's had some work done, in my opinion.
Is Harriet?
42, yes. Cheeks, lips, nose, fake lashes, brows.
Okay, perfect.
Botox.
So he thinks she's 42, guys. Okay, here you go.
And this is Nicole.
Are those two different photos of the same person?
Yes. So one of those.
Look at this.
Or yes, yeah, they're the same person, but two different photos. This is like her on Instagram versus her like. Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to look at a real photo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's 35.
Look at that. Okay, so he thinks she's 35.
Lips, veneers, Botox.
Is Samantha.
Okay. Guys, how old do you think she is, Colin?
How old she actually is? Probably not even her 30s yet.
But no, how old do you think she looks, dude?
Oh,
you already
looks.
know that she's a lot younger than what she looks, right?
Right. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. No, same thing. I would say at least
Like 30s, 40s.
Yeah.
She looks like she looks like a 40-year-old chick that's trying to look young, right?
Yeah.
Guys,
Yeah.
she on it. Yes, anything at 45, over their 50s. Yeah, these chicks look like older chicks that are trying to look young. Don't look at the picture on the top. This is what they look like now. This is old pictures of
32. Lips, ears, nose, cheeks.
Do you want to hear their
Botox.
ages? Just
All right, here we go, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so Samantha is 26.
She's 26 years old.
No.
Look at that, guys. 20.
Oh, God.
Guys, look. This is a plastic surgeon. He's shocked. He can't believe it.
Nicole is 20.
She's 24.
No.
You guys think I'm bullshitting, dude. Look at this. Guys, this is what's going on in the UK. You see all these chicks that look so old, like the style of fillers and everything that they're getting, they look so old. They're like doubling their age. Yes, BPM, yes. Absolutely insane.
24.
Oh my God.
Harriet is 24.
That chick is 20.
Wow.
You guys think I'm bullshitting. I'm not. Guys, look at that. Look at that. 24 years old. Look at his face, guys. I think this pretty much sums it up for us, right? Here, I'll make it big, a bit bigger. Hold on. Guys, look at that. She's 24. Look at that.
Oh my God.
And then Jess is 25.
This chick is 25 years old. That's crazy work, dude.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, obviously I don't watch this show. Maybe I should, but this is crazy. Yeah, I mean, I think
All right, Dr. Barrett.
Yeah.
Love Island is back.
awesome.
All stars. So we're going to be reviewing what you think they've had done to look like now. So first girl that's up is Tina.
Here we
Look at how much older
go.
she looks.
So visual distortion.
Yikes. So, all right, hold on, guys. Let me see if I can see. UK plastic surgery women. Let's see. Yeah, guys, there's just like current trend of women that are getting this surgery and it just looks so bad. You know what I mean? It's a British thing. You know what I'm saying? But guys, by the way, guys, here, let's do this real fast. Look at this. Guys.
Series on the
These knuckleheads went to Turkey to get surgery. Guys, really? Like, why? How can someone be so stupid? Look at this.
Side of cosmetic surgery. Every year, around 5,000 Brits travel abroad for so-called weight loss surgery, where part of the stomach is removed. But ITV News has spoken to two women who have suffered shockingly and life-changing consequences from botched operations in Turkey. Both were promised
Spacious, what's up, man?
that they would put them on the path to happier and healthier lives. But that dream has become a nightmare. One woman had more than 90% of her stomach cut out.
What?
And will have to be fed through a pump for the rest of her life.
What? Look at that. So you're telling me that Dr. Mahmoud didn't do his job right? Come on, man.
The other told us she was declared fit to fly immediately after her surgery in Turkey, despite suffering internal bleeding. Ellie Pitt brings us this special report.
Man.
Come on in. Peekaboo, you're on board today.
Donna Smith wanted to lose weight, but struggled to exercise because of a medical condition.
Oh, please.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Guys, who believes that? Yeah, just eat less.
She asked her GP about stomach reduction.
Maybe she should have just had like a turkey sandwich instead of fried chicken.
Seriously,
surgery, but was told she was not severely obese and so not eligible for the operation on the NHS. She decided to pay for it herself and flew to Turkey, where the clinic team began preparing her for the procedure as soon as she arrived.
They made out that this was really exciting and everybody was
British chicks just age like goat milk, dude. Straight up, man. Yuck.
all excited and upbeat, and that was how they were acting. I was never told there was any risks, ever.
Gastric sleeve surgery involves permanently removing up to 80% of the stomach. The patient is then left with a smaller sleeve of the organ. It means they can't eat as much in one go, so lose weight. Even when successful, side effects from this major operation can include not being able to eat certain foods and drinks again, needing to take vitamins or supplements for life, dumping syndrome, where food moves through the stomach too quickly, and excess skin from sudden weight loss.
It started up here. And it's
Dude, she's Scottish AF. It started up here. They cook in my stomach. What am I today? I've come from Turkey. What am I today?
it started off just that sort of middle bit here, and then
here.
this began to appear.
In the days after her surgery, Donna's stomach began to swell and bruising appeared. The Turkish medical staff told her she...
Guys, anytime you talk to a Scot, ask him to try and say purple people eater, and they can't say it because of their accent. That's like someone who has a Baltimore accent. Was it Aaron earned and wait? Aaron earned and Aaron earned and earn Aaron. And they can't say it.
She was
They
bleeding
go earned.
internally, and she had 3 blood transfusions.
Damn.
But she was still given a fit to fly certificate and allowed to leave hospital.
They don't care about how you get home.
They do care about you. In the surgery.
The minute you leave that hospital, that's it. You're on your own. And that's very scary.
They treat you like a piece of haggis.
I never realised how serious it was because I think I didn't allow my brain to go there. I just had to keep focusing on recovery, get better, get home, and then be safe.
Worried about what health teams at home in Edinburgh might say, Donna didn't ask for medical advice when she got back.
Of course not.
Instead, she spent 6 months in agony, but healing slowly.
What other ways has it changed your life, do you think, long term?
Long term, it's definitely affected my health. I ended up in the hospital in February with a suspected stroke. I also had some sort of convulsion in front of my kids, and the doctors did ask, have you been under any stress?
No, guys, she's a Scouser. I think she's from Liverpool. That's what it is. Okay.
And I said, well, yes, from the surgery that
that's a Scouse accent.
I had in Turkey.
Consultant surgeon Professor John Barry has seen an increase in patients who've had gastric sleeve surgery abroad that's gone wrong.
What would you say to potential weight loss surgery patients who see the gastric sleeve as a quick fix?
It's not a quick fix. They must understand this is irreversible surgery. This is lifelong surgery. This isn't cancer surgery that they have to have. These patients need to realize that they have to change things and they have to change the way that they eat.
There you go, guys. But why is it when us men say that to women, right? All of a sudden it's, how dare you? Right? You know?
Yeah.
Come on.
And if they're not getting that support, particularly post-operatively, they ain't going to do as well.
So this is what I have on a daily basis.
Louise can only be fed through a pump directly into her digestive system now, after a Turkish surgeon removed more than 90% of her stomach.
How long does it take to do a feed through your pump?
So with the actual feed, that's on for 8 hours overnight.
10, 11, 12, either painkillers or nutrient supplements that you have to take every single day.
She's been told.
Look at her face. Guys, what? Ugh. Oh, you know who else? Guys, Portuguese chicks too. Nope. Guys, Spanish chicks from Spain can get it. Lithuanian chicks can get it. German chicks, there's a lot of hot German chicks. Guys, French. There's some Irish chicks that can get it. I was in Ireland, and there's some hot Irish chicks, you know. But the UK as a whole, Portugal, France, man, nope. They can keep them, you know.
She may not.
Especially in Portugal, unibrows, and more unibrows.
Never eat properly again, and will be on medication for life.
I don't want a cake. I don't want biscuits.
Look at her face.
I don't want a big meal. I want to be able to swallow a bottle of water and not vomit.
Louise was on an NHS waiting list for gastric sleeve surgery, but the national lockdown 4 years ago meant it got cancelled.
So you would think, guys, that if they removed 90% of her stomach, that she'd be a little bit skinnier, right?
Yeah.
So she went to Turkey instead, where the surgeon also damaged her esophagus and sewed her up incorrectly.
Do you feel violated?
Yeah. I think violated, butchered, embarrassed, all of it. I went there and I did that thinking it was the best thing for my health. And
and that shows how big of a moron you are, right, guys? You know, guys, they expect us to feel bad for it. Shit, please. Hold on, guys. There's a follow-up. Hold on.
A British mother has told ITV News she is trapped in Turkey after cosmetic surgery went catastrophically wrong. Jeanette Lowe travelled to the country for procedures, including a tummy tuck and liposuction, but she contracted sepsis and even woke up from anaesthetic during one operation.
Damn.
Jeanette contacted us after seeing earlier...
Look at that, guys. Right. Right? And you're gonna get the old chop in Turkey of all places. Are you dumb? What are you doing? Why are they so dumb?
Reports from our investigation into the dark side of cosmetic surgery. She invited us to film with her near Bodrum, where she's recovering from her ordeal. And tonight, the Turkish Plastic Surgery Association told us it accepted that more regulation is needed, but stressed there are many top-class surgeons in their country, and a warning.
Guys, if you think that Turkey is going to do anything about this,
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Steve, what's up, dude? Rockin' Diesel, what's up, man? Lenny, what's up, man?
Warning that there are extremely graphic images of Jeanette's injuries and injuries to other women throughout this special report from Ellie Pitts.
This week, we've shown you Sarah.
Health holiday. It's not a health holiday. It's when they'll be sitting by the pool.
Guys, I told you the UK is cooked, man. Look at this.
All within 3 days.
Look at this. This is just like she's out of a horror movie, right? Right, guys?
I was rotting in a hotel room.
Donna.
I was never told there was any risks, ever.
And Louise's stories.
I want to be able to swallow a bottle of water and not vomit.
They all had surgery in Turkey and suffered horrific, life-changing injuries.
Happy birthday.
But others haven't survived their cosmetic procedures. Cadell died.
Look at that, guys. Look at that, man. Look at that.
During her operation.
there's complications of surgery. And I just said, as my sister died. And he just said, I'm sorry, but yeah.
After seeing our reports, dozens.
Look at that, guys. Look at that. Why would you do this to yourself? Look at this.
Of British patients who've had treatment in Turkey that's gone wrong have contacted ITV News and allowed us to share these pictures. One of them is Jeanette Lowe, who had liposuction, a tummy tuck, and butt lift procedure in April. She told us she came round from the anaesthetic.
I hope that couch is reinforced.
During surgery.
I remember waking up and putting my head up and
what's this chick's name? Senate Low? Senette what?
Seeing liposuction being performed on my stomach.
Jeanette is currently trapped in Turkey because she still needs treatment. After her operation, she got sepsis twice and has needed multiple surgeries to remove skin infections.
They laid me out on his clinic bed and I thought they was just taking the gauze away. But he started cutting at my stomach with no local anaesthetic, no pain relief, no nothing. They had to hold my legs down. I had a woman holding my shoulders down.
The last 4 months have been about emotional as much as physical recovery.
It's took a toll on me, to be fair, and
you know, you could have ran some laps. You could have done some push-ups. You could have, you know, switched to a clean diet, but no, they chose to put themselves through this, man.
Yeah.
Hold on, guys.
A movement.
I'm literally getting pain. Like,
she was left in debility. As part of a special series on ITV News, we are investigating the dark side of cosmetic surgery. For our latest report, Ellie Pitt has been following the story of Sarah Platt, whose procedure in Turkey nearly cost her life. Wanting to get rid of excess skin after a previous surgery, she travelled to Turkey last February. One of more than 150,000 Brits who make that journey every single year. But it went horribly wrong. She was left in debilitating pain, suffered shocking injuries, and became badly infected. Her condition was so bad, she nearly died. Now she's allowed us to film with her as she undergoes her latest round of corrective surgery back in the UK. And a warning that throughout Ellie's report, there are extremely graphic images of the injuries.
Yeah, pocket lint. That is correct. Guys, yeah, so they're flying back to Britain and the taxpayers are paying for their stupid mistakes. Clown world, right, guys?
Yeah.
The UK is cooked. The UK is cooked, man. Guys, hey, man, I'm telling you, we need to have an exchange program. All these wokey-wokes and these blue-haired idiots for good British men who want to come over here. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, guys. Let's take a little break. See, hold on. There's something that I want to show you guys. Guys, we have 101 likes, man. Good. Thanks for that, guys. I appreciate that. Where are we? Here we go. Speaking of the UK, guys, watch. You ready for this? Colin, have you seen this? Watch. Where's the raised card at? Watch.
What was that about?
White people are inferior.
White people are inferior?
I did that because I wanted to call the police.
You throw food at my girlfriend who's white because white people are inferior?
Yeah, I don't have anything else to say to you. Call the police, it's fine. Are you going to keep following me?
Yeah, I'm going to keep following you.
What are you going to do?
We'll find out where you work. Yeah, we'll. You're going to go viral.
Let's go! Let's go!
I don't want to be in
Dummy. Colin, say something, dude. It's all you, man.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I really don't. I don't know. I'm sorry.
You're in England, and you're trying to. Guys, how did the country that held back single-handedly held back the Germans of that particular time period for X amount of time, those men that were fighting in North Africa, right? Fighting in Italy and stuff, right? These men who were at the Battle of the Somme in World War I, right? How did they let this happen to their country? How? I just don't know how. I don't know.
I guess a lot of the British men they went over to France to let the French woman pump in the pooper, and they just couldn't make babies anymore. I don't know.
Maybe, dude. Because here's the thing, guys. Everything that we say hyperbolically about the United States, the UK is. Guys, when you think about it, yes, we hyperbolically say, oh, the United States is cooked to immigration. Guys, not like the UK is. Guys, every single thing that all you guys in the chat, Colin, myself, everything that we say hyperbolically about the United States being cooked, politics being cooked, feminism being cooked, the UK is at right now, guys.
Yeah.
I'm dead ass. I'm being dead serious. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely insane. Guys, let's just watch this one more time.
What was that about?
White people are inferior.
White people are inferior.
I did that because I wanted to call the police.
Because I want to talk.
You throw food at my girlfriend who's white because white people are inferior.
Yeah, I don't have anything else to say to you. Call the police, it's fine. They're gonna keep following you.
Guys, B-dubs everywhere. I'm telling you. Everywhere they are. Guys, you could Thanos snap 98% of B-dubs away. 98% of them, guys. And the world would be a better place. I'm dead serious, guys. And the ones in the UK, hey, you know what? Guys, there was a guy, did I save it? He had an interview and he was saying, why is it that the UK, that black people are 3% of the population in the UK, but represent like 15% of people in media or whatever? That's crazy. Like it was like 4 times more likely to be on TV. It's insane.
Yeah, but it's like that here in America too. I mean, I don't know if you've turned on the TV at all lately,
but my point is that they were trying to argue. So the guy was trying to argue and say, look, that's because of DEI. That's not because of merit, because you can't say that the smallest group being represented that much more that the best and the brightest are getting through. And she's like, well, maybe it's just talent. Maybe blacks are just better. And he goes, well, wait a minute. That's the argument that you were claiming that far right white people were making, right? And it shut her up. She didn't know what to say. So,
right.
Look, Liberty, what's up, man? Boss, how's it going? And I need to start screen recording these TikTok lives that I'm in, because guys, I was in the TikTok live the other day, and here I am, a Black American defending this British guy who was this Englishman who was pro-English. You know what I mean? I'm like, God, there's nothing wrong with what this guy said. There's nothing wrong with him saying, look, I'm in England, and just like if a Chinese guy said I would prefer to look around and see a whole bunch of Chinese people, right? What's wrong with the English people saying that they would prefer to see a whole bunch of English people, right?
Yeah.
So yeah. Guys, who are the people who got the most out of DEI affirmative action? Anyone?
Women.
White women. Yep. Guys, let's do this. Here we go.
An Indianapolis woman is dead after traveling to the Dominican Republic for plastic surgery. It is a growing trend. And U.S. citizens leaving the country to get those procedures.
And WRTV's Adam Shooms and photojournalist Paul Chiodo have been working.
Guys, I actually think that there was a study done that actually showed that when they looked at the Oscars, guys, the Oscars back when they were with the damn, but since they've been started, the amount of nominees and winners actually equals like 13.5% Black. So it's actually per our population. So to actually say that that's not a thing, but that, of course, that's not good enough for the wokey wokes,
This week to try to find out what went wrong in the Dominican Republic.
With a heavy heart, Sheree Terry reflects on the life of her twin sister.
And she went to go get her body done in a DR, and she never made it back.
Why is this chick's voice deeper than mine?
Sha'Carri Terry was a mother to.
Look at this chick right here.
Streets. I'm a bitch from the streets. I get that money. I get that money. Bitch, give me what you got.
2-year-old and the proud owner of the Mini Blessings in Paradise Daycare on the city's east side. Before going,
would you leave your kids with this thing right here? Come on, man.
The Dominican Republic.
And me and my sister had the type of relationship where we could get into it 1 minute. And then right after that, we'll be back friends and talk. And so I knew someone right. I felt it in my heart. And I've been just trying to get help.
This wasn't Sha'Carri's first surgery this year. She posted on her Facebook back in February that she got surgery.
Look at these face tattoos. Look at that.
Her family says it was a gastric sleeve surgery that she got in Mexico. Just a few months later, on April 11th, her family says Sha'Carri went with her friend Carlisha Williams to the Dominican Republic.
So she definitely was healthy. Everything went wrong. It happened there.
They both had surgery for a Brazilian butt lift and a tummy tuck. They say the surgery was performed by Dr. Jose DeSena, seen here before the surgery.
But after she called me Thursday night, she just wasn't right.
The second day into recovery, which was Friday, the 15th, Sha'Carri I was moving around a lot more, and Sha'Carri, I was still in pain, but I was moving around. Sha'Carri wasn't really moving around. She wasn't doing nothing. She would lay in bed. I would go in.
How's she had surgery looking like this? Look at the size of her arms and all. I mean, what's going on here?
And try to get her out the bed, try to get her to come downstairs and eat with me, and she just wasn't responding well.
Carlisha says Sha'Carri was moved from their recovery house and admitted to a clinic in Santiago.
When we go in there and I see Sha'Carri, I almost fell out. Like literally, like she was on all these machines. She was unresponsive. And she wasn't talking, wasn't alert, eyes closed. She's unresponsive.
Carlisha Williams was told that Sha'Carri was okay. Her kidneys were doing well and her body needed rest. Carlisha says Dr. DeSena said she was only sedated.
So I'm like, so if you
guys, why would you go and get surgery with a website that looks like this? Look at this. And a WhatsApp number and all this is in Spanish? Come on, dude. Come on, man. How stupid can you be? Look at that.
You stupid woman. Unhook that, she'll be able to breathe and stuff like that on her. He was like, oh, yeah, she's perfectly fine. Like, her body just needs rest.
Carlisha says she went back to see Sha'Carri the next day and a different doctor was there. According to Carlisha, that doctor told her Sha'Carri was having a hard time breathing on her own. But 20 minutes later, she says Dr. DeSena came in and told her Sha'Carri was getting better and just needed dialysis.
I reach out to the mother and, I'm telling them what's going on, but I'm trying not to scare them. But at this point, I want to scream, like, get down here, like.
When Sha'Carri's mom arrived about a week after the surgery, Carlisha says the doctors continued to say that Sha'Carri just needed rest, and they were told to leave. Carlisha was set to come back to Indiana the next day.
Her mother's talking to her. Her mother, basically, she tells me, like, Carlisha, I don't believe my daughter is alive. She was like, I know my daughter isn't.
Red Door, men don't like BBL. Okay, guys, hold on. Let's pump the brakes here, right? Okay. Now, guys, guys, I always say this. Us black men, we are the canary in the coal mine, right? So, guys, anything that happens to us happens to you white dudes next, right? But women, they don't listen to us black men, and they damn sure don't listen to you white guys. Guys, black men have been telling black women, none of this hair, have your natural hair, lose weight, be about 120, 130 pounds, no tattoos, no surgery, no BBLs, and no bull rings, and no crazy hair. And what have B-dubs done? They got bigger, they got more tattoos, they got more surgery, right? They don't listen to us. And then here's the thing, Colin, they actually think that they're gonna ride on over to you white guys now. They don't want part of it. Here, Colin, I'll do it for you, okay?
You've been had. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run on muck.
Alive. Why won't they tell?
Guys, Asian men, white men, Hispanic men, Middle Eastern men actually have standards. Unfortunately, us black American men, not me or any of the black men that are subscribed to my channel, he says you keep. The most American black men have no standards at all. I would say a good chunk. Well, no, because 54% of us are single and childless. But a good chunk of American black men have no standards. There's a couple guys I knew in college that would smash anything. Anything. If it was there and it had a badge, they'd smash.
By the time she got to Indiana, Carlisha said that she was notified that Sha'Carri had passed away.
So she was like, Carlisha, I went back to my room. She was like, I was probably there for about an hour. She was like, they called me and told me Sha'Carri's heart stopped just that quick. I said, huh? She said, as soon as she went in, she said her daughter was already.
Did you hear the smoke detector in the back?
Yeah.
Did you guys hear the smoke? Guys, why?
In a body bag that quick.
Sheree and Carlisha say they just want answers. I reached out to the State Department. They said they can confirm the death of a U.S. citizen in the Dominican Republic, and they're providing all appropriate assistance to the family.
We're going to keep fighting. We will not stop at all. Sha'Carri was a very important person.
Working for you, Adam Shum.
Hey, guys, does anyone here watch Abba and Preach? The YouTubers? Guys, she looks like Preach. You see Abba and Preach. Preach from Athens. She even sounds like him too. Look at that. Look at that, man. That's hilarious. And guys, nothing's gonna get done. You know? Jessica, what's up, dude? Switzerland's in the house, man. How's it going, man? Good to see you, man. Good to see you.
Stop at all. Sha'Carri was a very important person.
Working for you, Adam Shums, WR-TV.
Well, we have made numerous attempts to contact Dr. Jose De Sena in the Dominican Republic. He has not responded to any of our requests.
Yeah, right.
We will keep trying to reach him, however.
Yeah, right. The AT&T number you have dialed is no longer in service. Yeah, right. Not going to get a hold of him. Please. Hold on, guys. There was someone else. Look at this, guys.
And welcome back to the second half hour of The Factor Uncensored. It's a new year, and for some people, it's a chance to create a new look for themselves. We just talked about the obsession with the...
All right. You know what? Let's ask Jessica, since Jessica's in Europe. Jessica, what European countries have the largest amount of uggos? Meaning, like, the chicks are just ugly. I think it's like French chicks in the UK. And then, like, as a whole, I actually think the UK chicks are the worst. And then French chicks are, I think, are average, but for some reason, people think that they're the hottest. Like, people expect them to be pretty. And then Portuguese chicks, I would say, are at the bottom of the barrel too. But Jessica, let us know by your experience, what three countries do you think have the hottest chicks, and what three have the worst? Jessica, really? Aren't they all hairy though? Because I went to college with a lot of French chicks. I never admit. Henry with the $20, man. He says modern liberalism is just a book club for women who need a cause but can't be bothered to read past the headline. Facts, man. Facts, man. Thanks for the $20, man. I appreciate that. Let's do this. All right, Jessica says the UK slags are bottom tier. Yeah, guys, I think the UK. But here's the thing: Irish chicks, like from Ireland, I would say are above the UK chicks. But guys, the UK chicks, and then he says the average UK chick is miles behind the average French chick. Okay, but Jessica, but Portugal, they do the unibrow though. Just Jeremy with $1.99, man. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that.
Seriously.
Let's see, guys. We're at 112 likes, man.
And croutons, dude.
You know what, guys? Let's take a little trip, shall we? Because, guys, we all know where we have to go now, right, guys? And, guys, I need to actually get the actual clip of this chick because we all know the sound of her voice, right?
Y'all want to ask me what I'm doing? I'm outside home. I work at Hoeing. Y'all want to know what company I work at? I work at Hoeing.
He said, in the Finnish albinos. What, they have White Walkers up in Finland? Oh, no. Okay, here we go, guys. Look.
Get in, loser. We're going shopping. No, I'm just kidding, but that's literally how I feel because, bitch, when I tell y'all, can't nobody tell me I'm not that girl. Like, bitch. Okay, so y'all know how I'm doing my little, like, record how much I make for the month off of dancing. So I went to Oregon and Portland. So I didn't go to work out here.
She went to Oregon and Portland.
You tell her she's a goddamn whore.
Portland isn't Oregon, you dumb. What are you talking about? Hey, guys, I want everyone in this chat to put a 1 if you want to do an exchange program of these whores for John Carlo and Jessica, right? Right? Guys, we could do a 304 trading program, right? For smart foreigners. You know what I mean? Come on, man.
Before my trip, because I was super busy. I didn't want to dance in Oregon because I'm like, didn't really think I'd make money there. So I'm like, fuck it. But in Cali, I'm like, I'm going to work one night in Cali and see how much I make. So I didn't tell anybody because I was fucking scared and nervous as shit. But I was there for one night and bitch, I made a fucking bag. Like some of my
Is this chick like half Asian? Or is it just the surgery, like fillers and all this other stuff that just makes her look odd? You know what I'm saying?
friends came to come see me and they threw a bag. Like, bitch, it was just so fun. Like, oh my God. I miss the lure. I did have to fly back with my money because they don't have my bank in Cali. It's literally only in like Wisconsin and Illinois. I was literally at the fucking strip club till like 6 a.m. because I get all my singles together there and have them count it to exchange it for like big bills because I had to fly back with it. And bitch, I was fucking scared to fly back with this money because I don't fly with a lot of money. Like, I'm not a cash type of person. So I'm like, I always got my money in the bank and that's it. So this is like the change.
Guys, okay, all right. Let's back this up here, right? Let's pump the brakes, right? Hell yeah, dude. What's up, man? Good to see you, pal. As usual. Guys, would you ever put yourself on the internet showing how much money you have? Is that not the dumbest thing you could possibly do? Is show your face and show how much money you make. Guys, someone will kick in your door, man. Look at that. And guys, look at that. She has a snake that starts on her wrist and goes down her hand. Look at that, guys. Now, guys, there's a couple more of these. Look at that.
Okay, so whenever I do videos about how much I make as a stripper, I always get comments like this. And I just wanted to list a few reasons why most strippers don't make the money that I make on TikTok, because I never want to come off. I never want these videos to come off like you're just going to join the industry tomorrow and make the kind of money I'm making. I also don't want to like my videos to persuade younger women to just like jump into the industry because they feel like this kind of money is.
Please.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Guys, do you believe that? Do you believe that? Guys, I watched a video, right? And there was this knuckleheaded 304. But guys, I have to say she actually had some awareness, right? Because she was saying, look, she watched a video and it was talking about how all these chicks fly to Dubai and let Sheikh Mahmoud, drop a deuce on them, right? And this one girl said she made $40,000 in 2 days. Guys, can you imagine how much deucing has to happen, right? How much you got to get deuced on to have Sheikh Mahmoud give you 40 grand? Come on, man, right? All this type of stuff. And she said the saddest part is all these girls are going to hear is that this chick made $40,000 in 2 days. That's all they're going to hear. They don't care how they have to do it. Because, guys, these chicks are demons, man. They're demons. Guys, let's get serious here, all right? Guys, I want you to put a 1 in the chat if you agree with me that these modern women are the most selfish, degenerate, low down, dirty, good for nothing, idiotic, moronic, lackadaisical, evil beings that have ever been on this planet. I'm serious, guys. I'm dead serious. You cannot convince me that people that are turning 18 and going on OF to show their butthole or flying to Dubai to let some freaking oil sheik, you know what I'm saying, drop the doo-doo on them. How can that be anything than the most evil things out there? And deleting children too. Colin, what were you saying?
Oh, I was just gonna say maybe that's why they have such a shitty outlook on life.
Snowboard, dude. Colin's giving you a run for your money, man.
Is like what everyone is making, because everyone is certainly not making this kind of money. So I feel like the first thing I need to point out is obviously I have privilege as a white woman. I speak English. I'm from the United States. I have the typical blonde hair, blue eyes look. I'm skinny, white. Those are all privileges in the sex work industry because typically men, as fucked up as it is, are willing to pay more money for that type of look, for the skinny, white, blonde hair, blue eyes. That is typically one of the more desirable looks in the industry. And although I don't agree with that. And I think all women are beautiful. All women are worth, all women are priceless no matter what you look like. That's just the reality of the industry. I do have privilege in the way that I was born, right? And then the second thing that I want to talk about is the fact that I live and work in Miami, Florida. I work at the biggest strip club in Miami and one of the biggest strip clubs in the United States and in the entire world. So obviously that attracts a ton of customers.
Look at that, guys. And a bunch of morons. A bunch of simps. Yeah, guys. I never thought that I would hear her talking about white privilege as a stripper, right, guys? Look at one more stripper, and then we'll go to some people.
Hi guys, it's Saturday night. I got to work around 10:30, 10:45ish. I got there a little bit earlier than I usually do, just because I wanted to hustle more, make more money tonight. When I got there was not too much going on, but usually Saturday nights there's nothing like really. I got there was not too much going on, but usually Saturday nights are a late start. I went on stage shortly after I checked in with DJ, and my first set was literally like $20. It was not that good at all. But once I came down, I did do like a lot of nice, and she didn't have one of the girls from the club come up to me and invite me over to her regular, and we ended up doing a room all together, which was obviously really nice. And she didn't have to do that, but she went on her way to find me. And yeah, that was super fun. So we did that room, and after we came out, I think they did their own thing after that, so I left. And by this time, it was probably like 1 a.m. I still had like 3 or 4 hours left of hustling left to do. So I knew I had the potential to make a lot more money during those hours, which I did because stage was so...
Yeah, we all know what she was doing for the rest of the night, right, guys? Right?
Right, yeah.
I work at Hoeing. Y'all want to know what company I work at? I work at Hoeing.
So good for me tonight. After that first stage set, every other stage set that I did after that, I was making like at least $150 to $200 on stage.
What kind of simps go to strip clubs and give their money to these chicks? That has to be the most beta, knuckleheaded, foolish thing that a guy can do. That's even worse than taking some 304 out on a date and then like having her ghost you or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, guys, what is more? That's just like ultimate simp behavior. Here's the thing, guys. If you're going to pay money, at least have a professional come over and smash so you can smash. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't do it, but I'm just saying, like, as far as like fun, like effective use of funds, at least then you get something out of it. What kind of simps are out there,
So that really helps a lot, I love doing stage because when I do stage and I get a lot of money from it, I feel like it's kind of just free money just because I'm just there. The girls are just there, hot as hell, looking super sexy, and we're just getting thrown money. The clientele tonight in general was really good. Each guy that I went back to the dance room with, he would spend at least 100, 150.
And we all know why, right, guys? Look at that, guys. Yeah, I would say. But you know what, though? Overlord. Here, cook with me, guys. A lot of married guys go to the strip club. So there you go. Ultimate simp behavior. Marriage. And what do married guys do, Colin? They get on OF and they go to strip clubs. Isn't it funny how that works? Look at that. All right, guys, give me a second. Make sure to hit the like button, guys. Appreciate that.
It ain't nothing.
Hit the join button for memberships, guys.
It ain't
Guys, look at this. You ready for this?
nothing like a trick that just got off of work. It ain't nothing like a trick that just got off of work. Cause boy, do y'all be coming with some smells. Y'all be smelling like some shit I ain't never smelled before in my life.
Guys, how do we end up here, right? How do we end up here? Hold on. Uh-oh. Why is this one not going? Oh, well. TikTok does this every now and then. Look at these broads, man. Look at that.
I don't know if it's because I done been in that type of lifestyle or what, but don't nothing make me more mad. Don't nothing aggravate me more than old 304s. They get on my nerves. I cannot stand them. Like, I just be thinking, man, like, if you don't give it up, like, they either want to start being overly religious, wearing them Grim Reaper gowns, trying to go get a pastor, and they trying to get the pastor because they want the pastor to pay their bills. They think they slick. They start doing all that with them scriptures. Like, I don't want to hear that. Or like they start writing these tell-all books trying to expose everybody because they mad because the men tricking on the younger thoughts, or they mad because the men done moved on and got married and had kids and they still sitting there looking for a payday. Like, I cannot stand them. Like, they really aggravating. Like, if you don't go sit down, man, if you don't go get a job, like, your time is up. Like, it just be blowing me. Like, what are you doing? Every time I see one of them, they irritate me. I don't know. Like, I just see right through it. Like, they get on my nerves. I swear. Like,
I mean, she didn't tell a lie, right? All these chicks are out here, you know, selling it until they're 60 and then try and find Jesus, right? Right, guys?
Yeah.
Absolutely insane.
3 signs that person you talking to is always going out.
Come on, dude. Come on,
3
TikTok. Why are you doing this to me?
304s in this generation have
We already
a lot.
saw. Sorry, guys. We'll do one.
The majority.
No, TikTok. Why are you doing this? It does this every now and then, where like you have to
3 signs.
click and then scroll
People-
down. Hey, Colin, she's all yours, buddy. Look at that, Steve. TikTok's being weird. Okay, by the way, guys, here we'll do one more.
oh God, you hoes are not fucking with me. Y'all aren't. Literally, I started work at 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. It's now 4:07. Cash out here today. Only today. 741. Just off today. Not talking about the savings. Just off today. 741. All right, boom. 741. Ain't talking about cash. Ain't talking about cash. Literally, it's only 4 o'clock. Started work at 10. 4 hours. Not even a full 4 hours. And I'm already at 1100. Yeah, y'all hoes are not fucking with me. Imagine. Y'all not fucking with me. Just wait. Just wait till the 24 hours is up, baby. Yeah, y'all gonna see what I'm at.
Streets. I'm a bitch from the streets. I get that money. I get that money. Bitch, give me what you got.
Guys, look at these comments. Someone said, and quote, I made that off one trick. Someone says, that's not a flex. And she's saying, but it is. Someone says, do 304s not think about catching something? $1,100, probably 3 STDs in a couple hours. So she says, shit, as long as it's curable. People in relationships catch STDs quicker than a 304. We care about our health. Please.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Look at that. You supposed to make that in an hour. You're lost in the sauce. Girl, you can do this serving at a restaurant. Look at that. See, someone says selling the vajay is crazy. She said your mama naming you Johnny is crazy. Look at that. Look at that. Disgusting, guys. This is where society is, man. Right? This is where society is. How did it come to this? How? How, guys? And this is why, all in all, right? When you give these chicks choice, they always make the wrong ones, right, guys? Hold on. Look at one more. Here you go. Oh, we already saw this one. Liquid BBLs. There we go.
Welcome back. Well, the family of a Tennessee mother who lost her life after undergoing a popular plastic surgery procedure in Miami is suing the surgical center and the doctor who performed the operation.
And it's a case the NBC6 investigators have been following for years now. Miriam Masihi has the latest.
33-year-old Erica Russell, a mother of 5, left her home in Tennessee in 2021 to travel to Miami for a Brazilian.
Guys, hold on. Here's a chick who was big on social media. There you go. So this chick was all over social media
because of the lax
viral
standards and oversight to address medical malpractice. Now, we tried to find statistics on how many of these surgeries led to infections, disfigurement, even death. Those numbers, they're not tracked.
Now, you can save money, but you could also be rolling the dice with your life. One Columbus woman found that out the hard way, and she's sharing her story to warn others. But some of the images you're about to see are graphic, and you may find them disturbing.
Disgusting.
I just can't believe that you could do something like this to somebody and then not even show no
I did a video on this chick like right when my channel started.
type of remorse.
For the past 10 months, Periel Wallace has been living her own personal nightmare. A trip to the Dominican Republic for liposuction and breast augmentation not only left her disfigured.
And when they unbandaged me, I just screamed. I just started screaming. Like I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Like it literally looked like a child took a scalpel and just cut me up.
It nearly left her dead.
I felt extra weak, like I just did not feel right. Something just felt wrong.
By the time she arrived home to Columbus, Periel was in agonizing pain. She shared her medical records with us. They show she was admitted with what doctors described as a raging infection. She says doctors told her it was most likely caused by unsterile medical equipment.
I was so angry at myself that I allowed this to happen. That's how I felt. I felt like it was my own fault because if I would have did more research, this wouldn't.
Jessica, what's up, dude?
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yeah. Hey, Jessica. Here. Can I show you something really fast?
Sure.
Here, let me show you this. So you might have seen when I showed this another time. So guys, look at this. I think here you go. Colin, you remember when we looked at this the other day?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Jessica, do you see this yet?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you see this when I showed it?
No, it's the first time I see it.
Now be ready to have your mind blown about how stupid people can be, right?
But I also really wasn't surprised. Throughout my Irish education, I never had a teacher who looked like me, but I developed the biggest pet peeve for when people decide to blame it on Gaeilge. I can tell you now that Gaeilge is definitely a barrier for people from ethnic minority backgrounds for getting into teaching, but it is not the biggest barrier, in my opinion. Because if it was, there would definitely be more ethnic minorities doing secondary school teaching because there's no Gaeilge requirement there. But the numbers are just as low as they are in primary school teaching.
Because you're in Ireland! You absolute dunderhead! Why are they so stupid? Why?
A pot smoking slut.
Why are you so dumb? Guys,
AJ, the other day,
hold on. 76% of Ireland is Irish, like ethnically Irish, and then 10.8% is other European. 1.5% is black. You absolute dunderhead. Why are they so stupid?
You stupid woman.
What? Jessica, please talk.
Guys, I have an unbelievable story. You're not gonna believe me. So, the other day I went to China, and I saw that there were a lot of Chinese people there. I mean, can you even believe this story? I mean, I was
crying because they were staring at you. Funny, they're so racist. They're staring at you.
I could not even believe that in China. I mean, this is insane. And this person clearly she wants to be a teacher. Okay, clearly she wants to be more active in teaching children. I mean, that's a failure of society overall.
Yeah.
I see that.
Insane, guys, and you always see these B-dubs everywhere you go. Oh my God, I was in Italy, and I was in a small town in Italy, or I was in a small town in Lithuania, and you're in a small town in a homogeneous country. Oh, Jessica, you were on the line when we looked at Finland, and these knuckleheads, Colin, do you remember that? Well, we're trying to have more diversity in the Finnish government. You're in Finland.
It's fashionable nowadays to want diversity for women in the women's sphere, you know.
But it doesn't
it makes them look.
No,
it's absolutely yeah.
Cook with me here, because guys, no one bats an eye when the Japanese say that we would prefer Japan stay majority Japanese. No one bats an eye when even the African countries have a lot of Chinese that coming in. They're like, nope. Yeah. Why is it a double standard when Europeans say ethnically we would prefer that I'm ethnically Polish, and I would prefer that people that share my ethno-national identity be the majority? What's wrong with that?
How dare you? How dare you?
Yeah.
How dare you, AJ? How dare you?
I see nothing wrong with that at all. Because guys, England is on its way in the next 60 years, 70 years, 80 years to where the majority of people in England will not be English. I'm telling you this. I was on a TikTok live, and this girl's like, "Oh, you're talking about the great replacement theory. It's not real." I'm like, "Yes, it is." And the guy who was doing the actual TikTok, he had the data. He showed the projections. I'm like, and then she's like, "But what about colonizing?" I was like, "But we're not talking about colonies. We're talking about England, the country. Why are you talking about colonization when it comes to England? As if there's this European guilt. Oh, well, you guys have done so many bad things the last 150 years, so you have to throw yourself across broken glass and let everyone in." How does that make sense?
Can I answer?
Oh yeah, dude, go. It's all you, man.
What I see is that women in general, they have they want to fit in, okay, and they want to sound like they're more, let's say, on the they have more empathy, you know.
Yeah.
They're more, and so they just want to like promote diversity and strengthen minorities and stuff like that. However, they have no idea what they are doing, because when they are confronted, or maybe in an environment that they think is ideal, they would suffer from it greatly. And I mean, there have been so many cases where diverse people have went into a country, and that made the country unsafe for the women who championed it, you know.
Exactly. Yes, because the left have a blind spot for people
for intelligence
that have a lot of sand, right? They are letting in people that are diametrically opposed to Western values.
Yeah, and then they have no idea about the values of those people. They just think that diversity is it will bring back some kind of culture and happiness to everyone, but they have no proof of that, first of all. And there have been, I remember a study saying that someone asked what are the advantages of diversity, and he was called, of course, a racist and every insult under the sun, but nobody could provide an answer. Okay, so that's, for me, defeats completely all this talk. But these, like the picture you're showing right now, they are victims of modern brainwashing of women.
Yeah,
you know?
And I can tell you this much, guys, that they're fine with screwing up the country because they don't have to build and maintain it. I would say, guys, I've always made this analogy. Us men spent the last 2,500 years building the best, nicest resort there is. It's got 6 pools, a water park. It's got everything you need. Wi-Fi. It's got a helipad. It's got everything you want. Movie theaters, all types of stuff, right? So then the women walk in there with the men when they're done and be like, "This place is nice. Now, you know what? Give us the keys." Not just that, but all you men wait on the front lawn.
Yeah.
All the men are looking through the windows as they're kicking holes in the walls, pulling the chandeliers down. You know what I'm saying? Just trashing the place, right? And the crappiest part is they've always been able, the last 60 years, they've been able to open the door and call the simps in who would fix the place, right? But less and less men are answering the call. More and more men have left the front lawn. You know what I'm saying? And they're over there building another place by themselves, or they're out in a tent in the jungle living just fine.
You know what I've heard recently? So a woman said it is the duty of a woman to identify a problem, and so that the man can fix it. You know,
You mean create a problem?
Yeah,
Imaginary ones. You know,
and they're the really the best at just complaining, but never putting in the work to implement a solution, nor finding a solution. You know, they just want to complain, so that someone, a man, would solve their issue. But yeah,
this is why, guys, the laws
very
aren't
entitled.
going to change. Men have to mind their own business, guys. I'm telling you, enough men need to. And people go, "Well, if we mind our own business, the country's gonna go to shit." That's the point, guys. Jessica, you ever hear the show Intervention?
No, but I know the name. I mean, I know the concept.
With the junkies, and then they create an artificial rock bottom. You know?
Okay.
That's what men like MGTOW, Black Pill, men minding their own business. That's what it's gonna do.
But it's not artificial. It's real, actually.
Yeah. No.
But men don't care because we will survive in such an environment, and the girls will have to, in a way, experience what it is to have hardships, and in the end, we'll have to apologize and beg for forgiveness. You know, that's how I see it in the long run. You know,
We see
because
that
without
now,
us, they can do
all
anything.
these feminists are getting. Here you go.
About immigration, because we haven't actually talked about immigration at all on the show this morning, and that's pretty unusual because normally there's a story.
Something has to be done.
Has got to go.
The Women's Safety Initiative.
This chick here, she's a feminist, right? We've got to talk about the patriarchy and misogyny and all this other stuff and all these in a country. Did you hear about this, guys? The UK has basically a two-tiered justice system. White men get, I don't even want to say white men because they're not white. They're British, Englishmen, Scotsmen, Welshmen, and Irishmen are given worse treatment in the courts than blacks, Asians, and women.
Yeah, actually, I did hear about this. Actually, a slight minor correction. What it is the equivalent of the British Judicial Oversight Bureau or committee or whatever, government entity that makes sure that judges are actually following the rules and doing what they're supposed to. They flat out they came out and said that they actually straight up said white men. They didn't even bother trying to, anyways, but they said that women and minorities, it is standard procedure that the quote unquote minorities and the females will get much lighter sentences, and that the white men will not only get harsher, but it is now policy to make sure that they always get the absolute maximum punishment allowable by law.
Can I have my opinion on this?
Yeah, go for it.
I have I'd say a controversial one, and I think that that's how it should be. Meaning that us men must hold ourselves to a higher standard. Okay, so we are bound to, let's say, be punished if we mess it up. These dingleberries, I mean, they are careless and reckless, and we should not be looking to have lighter sentences. We should be harsh on men, in general, because men are the ones who have to let's say hold society together. So I would not expect them to treat the woman in the same with the same
No, but
severity
yeah, but
than the man.
what I'm saying is that means that all minorities are going to be treated differently than white men, black men, Hispanic men.
I did not say that white men should be, just men in general
no, but
should be held to a higher standard with respect to punishment, because we should set the example in a way. Okay, so even if it sounds unfair, I think we should see it as an honor to uphold.
But that already happens, though.
Injustice.
We already get harsher sentences for the same crime. So men are already held to a higher standard in every single.
And that's how it should be. Because we are the leaders.
What I'm saying is that that's fine. Here's the thing: I'm fine with things not being fair as long as people acknowledge it isn't fair, right? See, women act like things are equal, right? Men,
but you see, AJ, sorry to interrupt you. You're speaking about fairness, and that's not something which is important. Life is not fair and should not be fair.
Look, hold on. I understand that. Here's the thing. Don't cap and say you want things equal. Women should say we want special privileges. We want privileges over you men. Well, do you hear that? Do you hear feminists say, even though their whole platform is about equality, we all know for a fact that all these chicks, all these dunderheads, all these morons, all these
I am woman, hear me roar, in numbers too big to ignore,
claim that they want equality. What I'm saying is just say straight up, we want to vote to send you men to war. We want to not have to be drafted. We want to be able to get out of pregnancy by deleting babies. We want to be able to falsely accuse anyone of anything of any time. We want to be able to friggin' pull back consent after the fact. We don't want to be held accountable. Just say it. Just come out and say it.
But AJ, that would tarnish the image of women, and nobody wants that.
Yeah.
I was thinking, you mentioned the false accusation. I think it would be a good idea to have, like, in the same way we have a sex offender registry. That women who are convicted of false allegations should be put on a list. Like the false, and every employer should. That way, they would be less tempted to do it. I think it would be a fair treatment.
Or they should have a baby deletion.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. And whenever they move into a new city, they should go knock door to door and tell everyone.
There's a bunch of clips that I was gonna do of these chicks bragging about how many baby deletions. Guys, some of these chicks. They're the Terminator, dude. They're taking out so many people. Now, guys, all right, here we go. Now, guys, this is a hilarious part, and then we'll go to the courtroom here in a second. But guys, this chick here, she's one of these feminists, right? But she's getting canceled because if you even talk about immigration, all of a sudden you're up again, right? So now, just like these feminists are getting canceled if they go against the transformers, right? Now they're actually saying what certain people have been saying for about 15 years. There's a man whose name that we will not say, but his initials are TR, right? And he's a hero over in Britain, all right? And he's been saying this, and now you have chicks coming out saying
basically something has to be done around the issue of immigration, and especially its impacts towards women, because I would say that immigration, mass immigration, illegal immigration is the biggest threat towards women facing in Britain. We can see this. For example, I live in Tottenham. Every time I go outside, I get harassed, I get catcalled, I get stared at, and it's an incredibly uncomfortable experience. I can't see.
This is what you voted for, you absolute dunderhead.
You stupid woman.
Guys, you know what? What would you guys do if you were walking down the street as an Englishman with your cane ticking and your monocle, right? And you saw a bunch of guys from areas where there's a lot of sand, quote unquote, harassing this chick, Colin, what would you do?
I would keep on walking.
Yep. I keep on walking, man. Yep. Yeah. Henry. Oh, dude, Henry's dropping facts, man. She only cares because she's uncomfortable, not because her entire culture is being trashed. Yep. Steve, I don't know, dude. Those dudes from places with a lot of sand, they don't see blonde-haired chicks. You know what I'm saying? So they'll catcall it anything.
Even just go out with my friends anymore to go on like a simple picnic on a day out without guys, without foreign men, just coming up to us constantly and harassing us, making us feel uncomfortable. And I feel like so many women share this experience.
Well, they're from countries where women aren't even citizens, you moron. So why did you vote? Guys, I'm going to do a live stream when women get what they voted for again. Because I did one like a year ago. We'll have to do it again.
Experiences, because ever since we've launched, which was only last Wednesday, we've been receiving so much support, so many unfortunate stories of women who have had similar experiences to us. It's heartwarming to see the support, but it's shocking to see how common this issue is, and no one seems to speak out against it.
Right.
So that's the point of the Women's Safety Initiative.
And is it something that you've noticed getting worse in recent sort of months and years?
Well, I've only just moved to London over the past year, and I knew it was going to be bad. I didn't think it was this bad. Originally, I was from Bolton, which isn't the best place in the world when it comes to this issue. But this was just next level. Literally every single time I went out for the first week of living here, I had someone follow me, someone call me a whore, someone make inappropriate comments.
I'm going to say, Wolf walks like a duck and it talks like a duck, right, guys?
Again and again and again. Every single time I left my house, my flat, someone would say something weird. And I spoke to my friends about this, and they said it was an issue as well. And I feel like so many women relate to this issue, but they're too afraid to speak out. So I think there's a loss of power. I know this sounds left.
You guys, why do you think that they're afraid to speak out? Because their woke friends are going to look at them and say that they're racist, right?
How dare you? But there's a loss of power in empowering women to speak out against this, so we actually can see there's an issue, so we can see that it's a common experience.
No, the timing's great though, because this is when an awful lot of women are being encouraged to speak out about an awful lot of things, like the trans debate, for example. You know, the only person who seems to have gone very quiet on that is Keir Starmer, who doesn't want to say anything because, of course, he'll have to admit that he got it all very wrong. And what sort of reaction have you had then from people who found out about your organisation? Is it something people can join?
Yeah, absolutely. We're looking for members. We're looking for supporters. I think, honestly, the way men have been treated with demonizing chivalry, demonizing them for, defending women. We need to combat that completely. We need to have men on our side too.
There it is. You knew that was going to happen. I knew it. I was going to say, and we got to have male allies. Come on.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Guys, you knew that was coming. You knew it. I knew it because I'm going to call it. We need men to fight the fight. We need men to solve the problem that we created in the first place. Come on, man. Heretic friends, what's up, dude? He said in Londistan. Yeah. Guys, I need you to answer this question in the chat. Would you ever be dumb enough to put your butt on the line for any of these rods? And you guys look, Henry just had to call in.
I had to, man. I couldn't take it.
Henry, the floor is yours, my friend. The floor is yours.
These women, nothing worries them until they're personally, hurt. Then suddenly it's a big deal.
Yeah.
This crap's been going on for decades.
Yep.
Now it's a problem because she got catcalled.
Yep.
Come on.
I seem to remember TR saying this in 2009, 2008. He got deplatformed. He got put in jail. He got his bank accounts taken, right?
Yeah, where was she?
And now, He's back in jail. I actually think.
No, where's she? Where was she back in 2009?
Probably trying to protest the guy.
Yep. Oh, he's
Look at
hateful.
that.
He's hateful.
Look at this, guys. Look at that, man. Man, we need male allies.
Yeah, now.
Man,
now.
you expect me to stick my neck out for this shit? Are you serious, man? And guys, look, especially against people that are known for chopping people's heads off. Come on, man. Come on, man. I don't think so.
Be protectors, quite frankly, because I'm not going to be able to defend myself as
Wait. But I thought that they were all strong and independent, right? Right, guys?
Don't need no man.
But we need men to be protectors. We do.
I am woman in Iraq. Columbus too big to ignore.
Look at that, guys. Look at that, guys. And guys, here's the thing about it. I never thought that I would be like a Black American guy, like defending like native English culture. You know what I'm saying? Like British culture. It's the craziest thing, guys. And the only thing is once again, everywhere that we hyperbolically say that America is, the UK actually is.
Yeah.
Okay. Guys, we're saying this just we're trying to sound the alarm so we don't end up where the UK is now. We need to bring back chivalry and bring back, men protecting us from all these men that we let in the country, please.
As an asthmatic young woman, when somebody attacks me, so we need men at the center of that, and we have received massive
pack mules, right, guys? Like I said, we need men to build society, and then we need to mess it up. Then we need you guys to when there's a problem, we need you guys back. Pack mules, no thanks.
amount of support. I would expect that we have some backlash, but no, it's just being support because I think
because men have been saying this the entire time.
Quite frankly, it's undeniable now that this is an issue, and anyone who does deny that this is an issue towards how mass immigration is impacting women's safety and how mass immigration has impacted the country negatively as a whole is delusional, quite frankly.
Yeah, isn't it funny as well that all the sort of leftists who think that Adolescence is a documentary and one of the greatest works of television drama ever made never want to talk about the influx of what you would call multiculturalism and men coming here from countries where women really don't have very many rights at all.
Thank you very much. And guys,
enjoy the vibrant diversity.
You remember Jake from Rattlesnake TV? They were like talking about, and Andrew Tate, he's so terrible. What are we going to do? He's like, well, how about, I find it funny that you're worried about an internet personality when you're letting all of these migrants from places that are diametrically opposed to your values. That's the real problem. And you shut them up like within the first 10 seconds. You destroy their entire argument. And they actually couldn't even disagree with them. It's hilarious.
They only want to talk about, young white boys being somehow, misdirected by YouTube and by people like Andrew Tate. They never want to talk about allowing men into this country who might have a very derisory view of women.
There you go.
Abstract concepts of, teach men not to rape, they say. Whereas if you are a rapist, you're not going to listen to, the sign, the advertisement saying, don't stare at women. That's not going to help. We need to put victims first with this. We need to teach women what to do when they unfortunately get into this situation. And the reasons why this is becoming more frequent, as you rightly pointed out, is because we're importing so many people who come from countries where they do not value women. They come from countries where the femicide rate is off the chart.
Guys, here's the thing, guys. Us red pill guys, right? Guys, we still have Western values, right? Guys, like you can take the most red pill guy, and red pill guys, we want to be even like MGTOW and black pill guys. They just don't deal with women, right? But I've never heard any even the repeal the 19th guys, I've never heard them say we should do to women what they do in Afghanistan. You know what I'm saying?
No.
That's crazy. That's what they accuse us of being, right? But you can take the most conservative, right-wing, red pill, MGTOW, black pill, any of that guy and put him against any of these guys from places where there's a lot of sand, and he's gonna look like a male feminist compared to him, you know?
Yep.
So, were you saying, Henry?
I said that never existed in this country.
Yeah. Yep.
They're never, stoning people and that kind of nonsense.
It's true. Yep. You're right.
That's off through the roof, where they do not respect women, where they treat women worse than animals, and we're allowing them to come over and providing them with so many benefits.
There you
and
go.
then when women speak out, yes,
But you voted for this. You voted for this. That's why.
Go talk to your fellow women.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much.
when women go to
Don't
the
talk to
police,
the men.
as I've received so many stories over the past few days about, they're ignored, they're dismissed, they're called racist, and we need to.
Welcome to the club.
So they actually tell the truth, right? Then of course all their woke friends, right, are
How dare you?
And guys, since when is Islam a race?
Right.
Isn't that funny? How does that work? Right? Let me see. John James, what's up, dude? Scott, what's up, man? You've been there a while. Life's not high yet. What's up, Scott? Spec Ops, what's up, man? Who am I missing? Zenzi, what's up, man? W Pizdets, what's up, man? And Joseph's here, what's up, man?
Combat that, because it's disgusting.
Absolutely. Well, listen, we congratulate you. Stay where you are, Jess. I just want to talk to Mike Jones, a migration expert, who's here with us from, of course, the Centre for Migration Studies, I think it is, who walk the streets of this country. They will be very much reminded of their own experiences, won't they?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if you look at the statistics in continental Europe, you see the same story played out time and time again. Certain nationalities from sub-Saharan Africa, the Middle East, North Africa, they're overrepresented in crime statistics.
There you go, guys. You and I also love. Hold on, you guys. Look at this. I think I showed you guys this, and I know that we're so far off topic, but I don't care, right?
Did you know that?
Look at this, guys. See, Henry. Colin, you guys know who TR is, right?
Oh, yeah.
Tommy Robinson had black supporters. I certainly
Of course he does.
Until I came across a video on YouTube where a bunch of...
If you're a Jamaican, if you're from Trinidad, if you're from Nigeria or
his biggest supporter
colony, and you immigrated in the 60s, 70s, 80s to help rebuild Britain, and you embraced British culture, you'd be pissed off too.
Heck yeah.
You'd be mad. You know what I'm saying?
To them being interviewed. In this video, we're going to see their point of view. Before we make any judgments, I want to listen to what they have to say and just hear their point of view. Make a success of YouTube.
Today we're going to told about
racist.
Mm-hmm.
Most of these people will beat you up. Right and wrong. That's all it is. About right and wrong.
Why?
It's not about race.
It's not about race.
It's not about race. It's about right and wrong. No. At the end of the day, whoever's sitting there saying that Tommy Robinson is a racist, right? Whoever's saying that, you have to ask them, tell me one thing he said that makes him a racist. Yeah.
Facts. See? Yep. And guys, it's the same way here in the United States. Guys, why do you think there's so many of us blacks that actually were either independents or moved towards Orange Man? Because Colin, Henry, where did they put the migrants?
In the black communities?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, right?
Yes, you joined the English Defence League. As soon as National Front started getting involved in all that, he left.
So I would be happy to a racist, the younger.
Just chill out and, you know what I mean? Why do
these guys, you can tell that they're like Jamaicans and all this other stuff. So they came there to enjoy being British.
Change though. Why change it?
Because people are saying, well, if you've escaped the dangerous and
other laws that are in your country. Why do you want to bring them here?
Yeah.
Why don't you want to go back? It's all better there. That's what people say.
Whoever takes away feel ashamed of themselves, because this was about right and wrong. It keeps creeping back onto the colour thing. It's not a colour thing.
He's making the point that this is about coming to the UK and acting in a way that is not British, or acting up, maybe doing something illegal, regardless of your race. If you break the law, and you're a foreigner, the chances are that, particularly if the crime you do is of a certain level, they will send you back to where you come from. You know, I actually know a couple of people that have been deported after doing, you know, fraud and some other stuff. So does he have a point? Yes, he has a point. The question is that viewpoint an accurate representation of Tommy Robinson and this group? And again, it's really hard to know the truth on that.
I've been here. Believe me, I'm old enough to know what street battles are like with white people. I'm old enough to remember that. I'm telling you, nothing like that was here.
He's at the protest. People are walking around. Doesn't look dangerous. Doesn't look like anyone's fighting.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like they're disturbing the peace, other than within the manner of a protest. You know, I often see anything to do with Tommy Robinson. There's always a lot of rah go.
A lot of white chicks.
There's always a lot of.
No reason of coming here. Then what are you fed up about?
What am I fed? I'm fed up about the two-tier police system for one, bro.
Why? What's the tier police system?
Put it this way: in Birmingham, there was some footage of a policeman, an Asian policeman, telling his Asian brothers to put all their weapons back in the mosque. Right, and that is on YouTube, and people can come and find it. Right, you have an Asian man that support the bullshit.
Yeah, remember, guys, they use the term Asian in the UK differently
Middle
than
East.
how we use it.
Middle
they
East.
use it like Middle Eastern, yeah.
Say it's a far right
Southeast
memo,
Asia.
far right, everything's got, and it was an Asian man that set it up. So it's an Asian man that's instigating the bullshit. When there is, don't get me wrong, there is far right in this country, but it's not as bad as what the government them are saying.
So this guy is taking a racial angle to it. Seems like he doesn't like Asians, right? So we got whites, blacks, Asians. You know, this could be a case of the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
No, he's trying to say that they're getting preferential treatment. That's what he said. You dunderhead.
Which is, I'm black, they're white, but we both don't like Asians. Could be. I could be wrong.
Nah, he's wrong.
When 75% is Islamists.
By the way, I agree with what he said, is that it's not as bad as what the media makes it think. Because I'm of the
Black Dr. Martin, I'll tell you one thing. When I was growing up, the skinheads them used to have Black Dr. Martins with red laces in, and it used to be called the APL, a National Front, Anti-Paki League. That's what it was called back in the day. And people say this country's racist. Nah, this country's easy, because when my mum was carrying me, being a mixed race, oi, lover. And all that shit. Now you could walk a street for your pram with the two big size kids in there, and nothing said.
Yeah, I think, you know, there is no longer really a taboo when you're.
Yeah. But anyways, guys, we'll have to talk about this more. So, yeah, guys, let's go to the courtroom really fast, and then we'll switch gears. But this, yes, you know this guy is cooked.
This mannish looking judge.
Oh, can you guys hear me? Still?
Yep, you're good.
What? Your browser has lost connection to screen share audio. Why is it saying that? What? He's cooked. He's cooked. Hold on. Let's go.
I didn't hear that.
Hold on. Hold on.
You can't handle the truth.
There we go.
What does Chick say?
Yeah, AJ, you're coming through just fine, but whatever your
here, I gotta.
Screen is not
Here.
coming through.
Here, something happened here. Sorry, guys. It was saying that there's an error. Here you go.
Those 304s got you.
I know, right? It says 304 system not found, right? Here we go.
I have 2 kids already.
Can you hear it now?
I did not want
Yeah.
it changed because of him. He did not help with the. His wife called me on the 6th to let me know they were married. I didn't know that.
Do each of you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in this cause will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Mr. Dixon?
Yes.
And Miss Heath?
Yes.
The streets.
You may both lower your hands. And Mr. Abdul.
Look at these tattoos.
Yeah.
And this weave. Dude, what are you doing, bro?
Streets. I'm a bitch from the streets. I get the money. I get the money. Bitch, give me what you got.
Dolly, you may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. The state filed a petition to establish the parent-child relationship.
I told you guys, all you white dudes, man, these chicks on the bottom left, you know,
Oh man.
they're after you guys next. You know?
Yikes.
I'm telling you, Colin, all you gotta do is just smash, right? And then
Dash.
and then we all
Who is this guy?
I don't know.
Yeah, no thanks, dude. I'd rather stick my junk in a meat grinder.
Oh no, you see Colin says, is it you have choice A, this chick, or choice B?
Grind it up.
Oh man. Whoops.
Parties have reached an agreement. I'd like to present the terms of the agreement.
Hold on 1 second, sir.
All right, let's get ahead.
Parties have agreed that joint managing conservatorship is not in the best interest of the child, and the parties have agreed that Miss Heath will be the managing conservator with Mr. Dixon as the possessory conservator of the child, with no residency restriction, and the standard possession order for sole managing conservatorship. The parties have also agreed that Mr. Dixon will provide health insurance and will furnish the health insurance information to Ms. Heath within the next 15 days. And additional health expenses to be split 50-50. The parties have agreed that the child support will be $1,078 beginning May 1st, 2025. And the parties have agreed and are asking the court for a retroactive child support judgment of $6,468.
Damn.
As of April 23rd, 2025, to be paid at $100 a month starting May 1st, 2025.
Oh, Lord says, I hate how hard I have to consider a chainsaw versus living with a 3-year-old.
No, you don't. Just stay away from them.
Guys, I'm doing a video on these chicks whining about online dating in 2025. Man, oh man, oh man. Guys, why would any man in his right mind date these days? Why?
Not online for sure.
I know. Why?
That's even
Makes
worse.
No sense, guys. I'm telling you. Save up your money, go to Colombia for a week. You know what I'm saying? There you go. Right there. Yep.
Get it out of your system.
And court costs as
Or
billed.
Brazil. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there you go.
And then you have your best pickup line. I am American.
Americans.
I'm seeing, or even in like Thailand and everything, guys. I'm telling you, there's these like Aussie dudes or British guys. I am American, you know. So,
May I call the witnesses?
Yes, you may.
The state calls Mr. Dixon. Can you please state your full name?
Yes, Keenan Dixon.
Are you in agreement to the terms which I just presented?
Yes.
Okay, sir. Why is it that you feel that joint managing conservatorship, where you would have parental rights over the child, more parental rights over the child, why is it that you believe that is not in the best interest of the child?
Man, me and Miss Kiara, we both had agreed not to have this child, and then it went a different way. So
See, there it is, guys.
Oh
See?
boy.
See, so she said that she wasn't gonna have the baby, or she got pregnant. You know, she would delete it. So of course he's dumb enough to, right? And then of course, guys, isn't it funny that all these chicks fight for baby deletions, but then just never have them? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Isn't it funny how that works, right?
Look, she's got her finger up already.
Yep.
It went a different way. So
Because of you. But
Excuse me, Miss Heath.
that's fine.
He's talking now and he's being asked questions. If you can't refrain from responding to what he says, then you need to mute yourself.
Guys, do you honestly think this chick is gonna shut up?
Mute
Telling you
herself?
guys, there's only one way.
Fuck you.
It's your time to talk, okay, ma'am?
Does it even know what movie that's from?
That chick looks familiar.
Yeah,
Guys, let me know
I don't know.
if anyone knows what movie that's
No. All right, thank you. Go ahead, Mr. Abdali.
And Judge, I apologize. There was one term which I left out, and that was that the parties did agree to leave the child's last name as is, which is currently Heath.
Damn, he doesn't want anything to do with this kid at all. So I don't even want to have my last name. He said, There's like the one Antonio Brown guy or whatever. He said, here's $1 million child support. I don't even want to see him. No thanks. Gonna give a kid. Yeah, you guys know who the biggest idiot is that knucklehead that had Elon's baby. He was gonna give her like $12 million and then like what? Like $500,000 a month to just raise the baby, and she blew that up. How stupid, guys! Why are women so dumb? All right, 8-Bit Dragon, take it easy, man.
Dixon, are you in agreement with that term as well?
Yes.
Okay. The state passes the witness.
Hold on, Mr. Dixon. You understand you have the right to be a joint managing conservative of this child, right?
Yes.
Do you plan on being a part of this child's life?
No, ma'am.
At least she's honest, right?
City boy, city boy.
And look at her smiling. That's not a good thing. What do you think that she's gonna force him to see the baby? You're gonna get child support, but what? You must be part of the child's life. Look at this.
No.
Look at that. Look, she's smiling.
So you've just decided. Do you plan on being a part of this child's life?
No, ma'am. I do not.
Okay, so you've just decided that you have a child and you're not going to participate.
You got pregnant by this guy. You absolute moron. What are you smiling about? Like, ha, kiki-ing about? What are you talking about?
You stupid woman.
Paid in their life.
Well, I didn't decide to have this child.
There you go.
It doesn't matter what you decided to do back
Yes,
then,
it does.
sir. I'm asking you now.
Yes, it does. Guys, there it is. Colin, Henry, cook with me here, all right? Guys, no one can force you to be a parent at all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If a chick
Absolutely.
lies to you, pokes holes in the condoms, gets pregnant, steals the condom, and the baby's, well, you get a DNA test and it's yours. Guys, I recommend, you're obligated to be a parent. Do what's legally required of you and just move on down the line. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the smartest thing you can do. So, guys, what do you think? Colin, Henry?
Yeah.
I agree 100%. That's that's basically that's what my father did back in Germany when that fucking
what is it?
But when that damn wretched mother of mine when she was a completely unbearable, wretched, female. My father back in Germany, way back in the day in 1982 or, whenever it was when I was, only a year or two old. He was like, listen, either I take care of the kid and, and I get custody. I love my son, but if you're going to be like this, then no, we're not doing it. So, and luckily back then, in those days, back in Germany, the child support and all that, it ain't like this crazy foolishness like it is here in America, where, where a woman can just, rob a man blind. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm sorry.
Yeah. He didn't want the child. He doesn't need to be his parent.
Yep. Nothing wrong.
Why would you even want him to be? Why would you even want him to be?
Yep. That's true.
The child is here now, and you've decided you're not going to
Please.
participate in this child's life.
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you.
Look at that.
You can call your next witness, Mr. Abdallah.
Look at that. Stone face. Stone cold, too. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Right? Look at that, man. You got to keep your veins cold, man. I don't want to see this little kid. Nope.
The state calls Miss Heath. Can you please state your full name?
She's smiling and laughing, too.
Are you in agreement with the terms which I presented?
Yes.
Can you?
And she has someone yelling in the background, too. Right?
Big Shirley.
First thing she's going to do is put this phone down and then pull up TikTok and be crying. You know what I'm saying?
You didn't have second thoughts. Now you're a single mom.
Explain why you believe that joint managing conservatorship is not in the best interest of the child.
Because he's a liar, and because I don't want my kid around nobody that don't want to be around my kid. So.
Thank you. The state passes the witness.
Okay, so I haven't heard any testimony that would make me do sole managing conservatorship. All of this is about the relationship you guys have with each other. None of this is about the best interest of this child. None of it.
Well, Your Honor, can I speak?
Yes.
I have proof on my end. I don't know about him, but I have 2 kids already. I did not want the baby.
Oh, of course you have 2 kids already. You absolute dunderhead. Look at that, guys.
Oh, she's a whore.
Look at that, guys.
How many baby daddies?
And now she has a wheel man, a trigger man, and a lookout.
Lookout.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Come on.
Because of him, he did not help with the. His wife called me on the 6th to let me know they were married. I didn't know that. It's like after the 6th.
Well, I thought that Planned Parenthood offered health care, right, guys?
Yeah.
Why does he have to be there?
Okay, I want you to tell me something about your child. You keep talking about a relationship between you and him.
We never had a relationship.
This in the best interest of your child.
Well, apparently you had enough of a relationship to let him spray up the wall. Yeah.
I don't know that. I mean, I just agree with what he said because I'm not going to force anybody to be in a child life they don't want to be in. So that will be something he would have to answer.
She's kind of right.
Yes, ma'am. So, and why is there no geographic restriction?
Judge,
just because they agreed to it?
Well, Judge, I tried, to explain to the best of my ability, not representing them, what the ramifications would be of not having that, and the parties did agree that they felt that's the way they want to proceed with that.
Okay. I am going to leave the no geographic restriction. I am going to make you guys joint managing conservators. Mr. Dixon, that doesn't mean you have to have anything to do with this child. It just means if your heart changes, you will have a right to have something to do with this child. And I would strongly hope that you would not punish a child for
Oh,
something
shut
that two
up.
adults did, and that your
Shut
heart would change. But I'm going to make you guys joint managing conservators. I'll leave the no geographic restriction, leave the standard visitation. Mr. Dixon is to provide health insurance. Sir, is this through your employment or through an outside source?
Employment.
Okay. All the other terms of the order that were agreed to, I will accept those terms. Make those terms the order of the court. Does anyone have any questions?
No.
No, ma'am.
All right, then thank you both for appearing here today, and you're both free to go.
Look at that, guys. Now, guys, let's guys.
Both.
Anyone else have anything to say on these chicks dying from plastic surgery? I know, guys. We've been all around the world and back, right?
Some good shots.
Yeah, guys. So Sunday, guys, we're gonna do a show on Tommy Lahren. That when Amala and Kobe chick and all these conservative
fake
feminists, right?
Yeah.
This chick here, guys. This chick here.
SNL's going.
She comes off as being good, but guys, nope. She's a guys. I remember she was on the Whatever podcast 2 years ago, and she talks bad about modern women and. See this? Why talking to this, guys? But she went on a whole thing about, it's about partnership and marriage is a piece of all the same stuff that these modern women say about it's a partnership. Her whole thing was the exact, and she tried to make it seem like she's like pro male, but guys, she's also trying to say that she's conservative and all this other stuff too. No, she's not. Tommy Lahren, Megyn Kelly, all of them are all conservative, friggin' chameleons, man.
Yeah, they all came out of nowhere. Yeah, what's their background?
Megyn Kelly. Men want boss chicks and career women, please.
No.
She
married a doctor off the hop, then divorced him.
So, yeah. Guys,
now she has another husband.
All these conservative tradcon chicks, man. Absolutely insane. Now, guys, let's switch gears here, guys. We're gonna do something different today, right?
That's the sound of the police.
Let me change this.
Taser.
Guys, no, we're gonna do high-speed pit maneuvers. Let's go.
Nice.
Dude, let's go. You twisted metal in this bad boy, right? Look at.
Yo, bye bye. Oh, got the cop.
Damn!
Look at that.
Let's go.
On March 28th, 2023, an Arkansas state trooper attempted to stop a speeding vehicle. When the driver refused to pull over, a pursuit was initiated.
Yeah, Steve, dude, yeah. BBLs do stink. They smell. They do, man. It's gross. Guys, have you heard this one song? Hold on. Look at this. Wait. Hold on. Where's the song? Hold on. This guy made a song. Hold on. Where is it?
Yeah, I guess the main reason for these BBL stinking so bad is
good. And the thighs don't match.
What?
It's a song this guy made, and it went viral. It's like these BBLs killing y'all, and the thighs don't match. I'm gonna find it on TikTok. Hold on. Hold on.
Yeah, I guess the reason I watched a video not long ago with a doctor who was explaining why they stink so bad.
They leak, right?
Well, it's they leak it, but it's the necrotic tissue. So like
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's seriously disgusting. Like,
Come
Some
on,
dude
TikTok.
wants to clap those cheeks. No.
The cheeks will clap back. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, guys. Hold on. What is going on?
Oh, look at that.
Hold on. Why is this not loading? Hold on. Let me bring TikTok up on my browser here. TikTok's being stupid. Hold on. So there's a song that went viral. Hold on. Oops. Let's see. It's not going over here either. What is going on? Here it is.
These BBLs killing y'all. And the thighs don't match. Well, turn to your neighbor and say, these.
Where's the song? But it's like an entire song that like went viral recently. It was hilarious. And the guy that did it, I don't know, guys. TikTok's being
BBLs killing y'all.
yeah.
Eyes don't match. Well, turn to your neighbor and say, these BBLs killing y'all.
Where's the whole version of the song? Yeah, but it's a banger though, guys. It's hilarious. So
Yeah, we've all heard it by now. So.
The receipts, so you know it's mine. And the eyes don't match. Well, turn to your neighbor and say, these BBLs killing y'all. Oh, yeah. And the eyes don't match. What a shot receipts, so
What in the world?
disgusting, dude. What is going on, man?
As the chase escalated, Trooper Bird was called in to assist.
Trooper Bird. He's the man.
The suspect pushed the limits, racing down the road at over 120 miles per hour, barely avoiding collisions as he weaved through traffic. His reckless driving turned this pursuit into a dangerous game for everyone on the road.
Look at that, guys.
Dang. Here we go.
Let's go. Let's go.
Get him, Trooper Bird. Get him, Trooper Bird. Bye-bye.
Uh-oh. Ah,
It's time! Whoa!
Trooper James Bird executed a pit maneuver
Look
at
at that.
115 miles per hour,
Yeah.
sending the suspect's vehicle rolling multiple
I
times
hope you had them seatbelts buckled.
before finally coming to a stop. Due to the injuries sustained, the suspect was immediately transported to a nearby hospital.
Dang.
On June 27, 2023, Arkansas state troopers were in pursuit of a suspected drug trafficker. Troopers initially struggled to get close enough to stop the fleeing driver and called for backup. Moments later, Trooper Terrell joined the chase to assist in bringing it under control.
There it is. There it is.
Take him out.
The suspect showed no regard for anyone on the road,
not.
blasting past traffic on the shoulder at speeds topping 110 miles per hour,
Damn.
pushing this pursuit into dangerous territory.
Missed.
There it is. There it is.
Bye. Bye-bye. Smash.
Damn, look at that.
Oh.
At 115 miles per hour, Trooper Terrell executed a daring pit maneuver, sending the suspect's vehicle crashing into the guardrail before slamming into the patrol car. Both vehicles were wrecked, but the suspect was quickly arrested, bringing this high-speed pursuit to a dramatic end. On March 18, 2024, while running radar, a trooper spotted a white Dodge Challenger flying down Highway 441 at nearly 100 miles per hour in a 65 zone. When the trooper tried to pull the driver over, they hit the gas instead, turning a simple traffic stop into a full-blown pursuit. As the chase continued, the suspect began weaving across lanes, nearly causing multiple crashes. With traffic around and limited room to maneuver, the trooper struggled to get into a safe position for a pit attempt.
For 1466 at County Line, they're going to.
All right, we do have a hit on the stop sticks. All right, we're still going a little too fast in pit. Rear driver side's going out.
Tampa, rear driver side going out.
Report 9.2. Right here with you. Good.
The trooper went in for a pit, but the suspect slammed the brakes, losing control and crashing straight through a fence.
Stand by. Signal for.
Got power line found.
Get him, doggy.
The driver, identified as 20-year-old Kamari Stokes, was taken into custody along with his passenger. Turns out Stokes didn't even have a valid license and had a suspension on record. Deputies also found marijuana in the car. He was taken to the hospital for evaluation, then off to Marion County Jail to face multiple charges, including fleeing, no valid license, and speeding.
Jeez.
On February 20th, 2024, Trooper Ferris was on patrol when he got word about a stolen blue Chevy truck flagged by a tag reader in Lottie. He spotted the vehicle heading eastbound and confirmed it matched the stolen tag reported by Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. But the second the driver noticed him, he made a sharp turn and hit the gas, trying to escape. And just like that, the chase was on. Another trooper took over the pursuit and stayed right on the suspect's tail, looking for the perfect moment to end it. He tried setting up a pit maneuver, but at these high speeds, it wasn't easy. One wrong move, and it could have gone south fast.
How are you gonna try and run in like a rural area? You know what I'm saying? You're in Arkansas, Kansas, Missouri. There's nothing but flat and road. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Here it comes.
The only real chance to end this chase safely was with stop sticks, and after just 2 minutes, troopers up ahead nailed it. They deployed the sticks perfectly, deflating the suspect's tires and giving this wild pursuit a major turn.
Did he get him? Damn. Let's see what other videos this guy has. This is pretty good, man. look, when Trooper Birds chases get out of control.
Oh, that guy's a legend, man.
Let's go.
Whoa!
Damn.
What the heck?
What the fuck was that? That's kind of a jump scare, you know.
Spazzing.
Passing Chester on Roosevelt. Speeds for 65. No traffic.
65 through that road. That's crazy.
Roosevelt passing Arch. Speeds are 70. Moderate traffic. Should be occupied one time. Black male, bald head, white beard. Passing Main on Roosevelt. He's on the wrong side of the road. Stand by.
As the suspect's
Get out of the
driving
way.
became more reckless, Little Rock police called for backup. Trooper Bird was en route, but before he could arrive, one officer managed to catch up with the fleeing Altima just as it entered the highway.
Yeah, get this trooper up here as soon as we can. We're getting on 440. If he's in this Nissan Coupe, he's probably going to end up burning us on the straightaway.
15, white traffic, clear yielding. One of the outside lane might be taking a exit here. 1022 back to the inside lane. 11 miles an hour. Medium traffic. Passing back in, still eastbound, interstate 440. Medium traffic, speed miles an hour. 855. All right, a little bit heavier traffic. Speeds are 93 miles an hour. Still eastbound, interstate 440.
Taking push down pike.
Looks like we're going to be going east on First Day back towards the city. He's 440 eastbound. Get back on the ramp.
The suspect blew through a red light, narrowly avoiding a crash, just seconds before the legend himself, Trooper Bird, took over the pursuit as the primary unit.
We're trying to get around to Stephen. Let him take it.
Yeah, all right, I'm number 2 now, Central. Get ready.
Ooh, man.
TVI,
Bye-bye.
TVI. Go, 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 go.
Wow, that escalated fast. Let's switch angles and see how it all unfolded from the trooper's point of view.
Look at that.
Bye-bye.
Trooper Bird sent the suspect straight into the ditch, disabling the vehicle. Seconds later,
Moron.
troopers and Little Rock officers swarmed in, taking the driver into custody without further incident.
Show me your hands! Get your ass on the ground!
I got him. Taking him in the cuff. Car's clear. Cuff him. Get on your face. Get your hand out from underneath you.
LRPD took custody of the suspect and filed multiple charges, including felony fleeing, theft of property between $5,000 and $25,000, and having an open container of alcohol inside the vehicle. On June 30th, 2022,
Carlo, all the Nissans, guys. So like, I don't know if you guys know this, but like, was it 1997? Nissan was pretty much cooked, right? So they developed one chassis and then a couple of engines that could fit in everything. So guys, the Nissan Quest, the Altima, the Maxima, and the 350Z are all the same chassis and have the same engines and the same transmissions. That's why the 350Z wasn't the best performance cars, because it had the same chassis and an engine as a friggin' minivan. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like, for instance, you look at the first Porsche Cayenne, right? It's built on the same chassis as the Volkswagen Touareg, right? Which is meant to be a pretty rugged vehicle. When they made the second Cayenne, the second generation one, Porsche sold so many of them that they could make their own vehicle that version was 700 pounds less than the previous one because Porsche developed it. So the same engine, it was a lot faster and handled better because it had less weight on it. So
While on patrol, Trooper Bird spotted a white Dodge Challenger RT with
you said, has anyone here been 150 miles plus? Dude, well, screw that, Steve. You're a freaking daredevil over here. No way, dude. No way. So thanks for the $2.99, man. Oops.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I want my medication and I want my croutons, please.
with black stripes, previously seen speeding. When Trooper Bird caught up and activated his lights and sirens, the driver made his intentions clear by flooring it. And just like that, the pursuit was on.
30 eastbound from the 131. 237.
Continuing across the track South Service Road.
Yeah, but that 3.5 liter that came in the Z was in, the Nissan Quest. It was in the Maxima. It was in the Altima, you know, and the 350Z.
Continuing straight. Get back on 30 eastbound from Power Springs.
When the suspect took the next exit and approached the intersection at high speed, it all went downhill from there.
Copy, good. Early for
Yeah.
I mean,
Overcompensated.
moron.
And out of drive.
Show me your hands! Now! Get on the ground! I'm not fighting! Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
The suspect crashed into a ditch and came to a stop. Thanks to the trooper's quick reaction, he was out of the car in seconds and stopped the suspect before he could run.
You know what's crazy, guys? And now you got me on cars. Hold on. Hold on. Guys, so the actual VQ that came in these are not that good of engines, man. And it's so crazy because they're so big. You know what I'm saying? Guys, an LS engine's smaller than this 3.5 liter V6, the VQ. So it's actually easier to fit an LS1 in here in the 350Z than a VQ engine. And what'll happen is if you do a you see an LS swap 240Z, it's easier to, you're actually better off LS swapping the old Z's than a VQ because the VQ is so much bigger. You actually need a taller hood to fit that VQ V6 than an LS1.
Huh.
And LS1's a 350 V8. Look at how snug, like, it's like a, where's that? It's like a perfect fit. Look at that, man. But not a lot of people swap VQs in anything because they're so big. Yeah. And it gets better gas mileage. Yep, that's true. Yeah. VQ engines. And now all these kids have these Infinities and stuff with these stupid straight pipes and they sound like dog shit. You know what I mean? Just and they're driving around doing those takeovers and everything. That has to be the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my entire life, guys. Hold on. Look at this. These morons, dude. What sucks is they'll they'll steal like people's Z06 vets, ZR1 vets, and just nice Corvettes, and then take them to a takeover, and then trash them. You know. Animals, dude. I just run them over, you know? Yeah, dude. Morons. Why are you gonna get out of the car? Now here's the thing: you hit my car. None of you guys know how to drive. You're just doing donuts with like 3 cars all in a circle, and you're mad that someone hit someone's car. It's crazy. There you go. See? That's what you got to do right there. Let's go. That's what I do. Dude, you trying to come after me? I have a 4,000 pound weapon, man. Look at that. Look at that. There you go.
Nice.
Good. Good. What's that guy doing?
Yeah.
Guys, they're in traffic. In a Tesla. Oh no! You're cooked! You're cooked! You better have that battery charge. Cooked.
Stupid idiots.
Morons. Oh, guys, this is a soccer player. That's not, guys. This is like a Noble or whatever. This is like a $1.something million car, guys. And then he tried to say that someone hit him, but guys, and someone posted the video, and his insurance wouldn't pay. Hold on. Yeah, guys, that's like a one-of-a-kind car. It's like a $1 million car, and like they can't fix it because there's no parts, you know? You're so dumb, dude. We used to drag race, you know what I'm saying? We used to do things that involved actually like making your car faster, you know, but these knuckleheads. Look at the cop. You're cooked. In front of the cop. So the cop's just not going to chase him. Look at that, guys. Look, the tire's busted. That's why you see all these Chargers used. Oh, it only has 12,000 miles on it. Right. All right, you guys. I'm gonna shut this bad boy down, guys. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all you guys that are members already, man. Guys, I will try and have a daytime live, maybe tomorrow or Saturday. I'll let you guys know in the Discord and then make an announcement. But guys, Sunday, guys, I'm gonna have a large panel because these knuckleheaded TradCon chameleons are everywhere. So, but all right, you guys, appreciate you.
Great
Henry
show, man.
Collin, thanks, guys. Have a good one.
All right, have a good one, guys. Thank you.